Sure.
All right, so this is session 35. The sisters, and not Icewind Dale. what
I don't know.
happened last?
I hear it's nice this year. I don't know.
So, Emmy.
So, yeah, we decided to go into the forest, going up the Unicorn Run. It was cold in there. We were in the Winter Bowl forest. I guess something there makes it extra cold and extra fun. Traveling through, decided to try to just push on through, but I don't know if that was a mistake or not because wolves found us. They probably still would have found us if we were camping, so probably didn't matter. But they attacked us. Well, probably were more interested in our horses because they were hungry. So we abandoned our horses and our dwarf and ran for the ran away, leaving a good bit of our supplies behind as well. We didn't have any of our camping gear or any of that stuff. One of our sorcerer, I guess he is. I'm not really sure because I don't try to metagame what your class is, but sorcerer decided to teleport into a tree. Pretty much almost killed himself. I think I'm the only one that made it out of there unscathed somehow, even though I was riding in saddlebags and not particularly paying attention. So after the wolves, we traveled a bit further, tried to spend a cold night under a tree, really didn't get much rest. Woke up the next day, started going again. Orcs. Killed one, started following them, realized we were just being led into a trap, so decided to press on. Ran into elves. Only slightly better than orcs, especially since the elf that we met was particularly racist from having met her before. I'm pretty sure that if we hadn't been traveling with an elf, we'd all be dead at this time.
What?
I think even with an elf, we would still be
yeah,
dead.
we were still at risk even with the elf. She was someone we had met before, not in this reincarnation, but
well, not with these characters, yeah.
Yeah, not in this, with this character, but kind of was a bit of a jerk back then too. But you know, that's just par for the course. She let us stay the night in the camp. Told us that we better, if we really want to try to get to the sisters, that we better haul ass because everybody's leaving in about 10 days. I think she said.
The ritual begins.
There's a ritual beginning in about 10 days, and it sounds like they're all gonna leave the material plane or Mundus or whatever you want to call.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's it. Pretty much.
When the situation is so bad, you just go like, screw this reality, I'm out.
It's kind of what it sounds like. They're just gonna book it to the Feywild or something.
Well, remember she also had White Dragonborn with her, which is kind of weird.
Oh, I know why she has him with her. I don't. Golda doesn't know.
I mean, you asked them. I have an answer.
Yeah, I have kind of an idea.
Especially like that, we found out we were walking into a bush and to an ambush, so we pressed on.
Actually,
reminds me of that guy. We were near the precipice, but we took a step forward.
Actually, I was very surprised because you didn't press on with the ambush. I was like, what?
I'm sorry.
Not falling for my carefully planned ambush? What?
I'm sorry. I know this is usually my role. I dropped the ball.
That was good. It's fine. All right, so let's start this. So, if I remember correctly, the last thing that happened is basically you guys going to bed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. We were pretty beat up.
All right. So yeah, it's evening. There's no beer, just wine, or juices and nectars.
God.
Home sweet home.
Some sort like nuts and berries and some some mushrooms and stuff like this to eat. Some cheeses too. So, but yeah, there you are in the camp of this elven war party. I actually, that's something that I should actually tell you now. I couldn't do this last week, but I would need. I mean, not that it makes sense, and not that it's important, but
Oh, are we still sleeping with watches, by the way? Because that's what Kaya would suggest.
I mean, if you want to.
I don't trust anyone here.
It's just your party.
right. Do you want to set up any?
Yeah,
I
I
w-
assume so.
Yeah, I would.
I can stay up for part of that as well.
So you're 6 hours basically. Sorry, you're 4 hours basically.
Mm-hmm. And then eat and kind of look around the camp a little.
All right. And the other 4 hours?
I'll take last watch.
I'll take the other one.
All right. So 2 hours without watch then. Yep. So you bed down for the night, kind of start to sleep, doing your watch rotation. Marlene, I guess you would be the first one then to take watch. Is there anything you want to do while your comrades?
I believe his name was
Rest.
Hassan.
You mean the
the elf that we originally ran into on the river.
the leader of the river war party?
Yes.
Mhm.
I'd like to go speak with him.
All right. So your friends sleep and you leave.
Well, like if it's like super far away, like I assume he's in the camp and like not.
Yeah,
far from where
sure.
we
He's
are.
somewhere in the camp, of course. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe not, but you would find out, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So just a reminder. I don't think actually I have the picture right now. I need to get it real quick. But yeah, you kind of look around a little bit, and at this point, it is late, right? So and you're a little bit like groggy as well, but a few of the elves kind of stay up to guard some of them, but also, and that he is one of them, kind of stays to kind of speak with Triana. And I assume you don't necessarily want to run into Triana right now.
No, I'd rather not interrupt that conversation.
All right, so
especially since she's not really fond of me at the moment.
All right, so you wait a little bit.
She's
Yeah,
fond
this is the
of
picture.
anyone.
This was the picture you met, right?
Mhm.
In the
Yeah.
the guy you ran into when you ran into these peeps.
Yep.
All right, cool. So yeah, you wait a little bit until they finish their conversation, and then as he kind of exits, he has like a small wooden cup in his hand, kind of comes out of the not tent, but it was like a pavilion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you kind of get to him. Do you
Just
want to
wanted to-
surprise? You want to surprise him, or you want to speak with him?
No, I'll just speak with him.
All right. Yeah, as you kind
Okay.
of come to him, he says like, Blackleaf, what can I do for you?
Well, I figure at least right now I'm not on the run from anything. So, would you be able to tell me more about what's been happening in the high forest? I understand everyone's going back for the ritual, but I
Yes, of
To
course.
be honest, it's been a while that
Yeah,
I've been
it's
gone.
well, I'm not originally from here myself. I arrived
Mhm.
with the priestess, but after um, she spoke to the nobility. She decided to send to go down here to the southern parts of Selu Arakor and well make sure that there's a way for people like you to enter.
How did the message go out that we were all leaving? I didn't. I didn't receive it.
Didn't any elder would have known.
No, I found out it's in passing with another elf, in Waterdeep.
Waterdeep. Well, that might explain it. If you weren't in our lands, there would have been messengers sent out. Crows, swallows, mice.
Anything sent to the Misty Forest come back? I was just there, but it's empty. And not in the sense that everyone picked up and left.
I usually don't interview people who come through here, but as I understood it, like a few people are already in not Haril.
From the Misty Forest.
Yes, and some people came through here too, but I did not ask them of their names or where exactly they
Mhm.
came from.
Okay. I suppose you've been busy. Sitting aside and talking to people isn't really part of your job description.
As
So,
why there's also no need to, is there? These are the lands of the elves.
that is true. How many stragglers have there been? How long are we waiting before everyone is actually gone? Triana mentioned 10 days for the ritual to start, but
Yes.
how
And
much
elves
longer
can
after
come
that?
whenever they want. We
Okay.
will not leave. We will not close our doors for anyone who is a citizen.
What is it that they are expecting that we're all picking up and going?
I do not know. I follow orders.
Fair enough.
I can tell
And
you what I know, but some things I don't know.
I understand. Do you know what your plans are after you clear the path of the Unicorn Run
We're leaving in 3 days.
for Nithrithiane? Or
Well,
thereabouts?
not really, but yes, the direction. Something priestess has something to do there. So
Right. Uh, and you said those from the Misty Forest were in Nordaharil?
I cannot know for sure.
Or
The
headed
forest
that direction?
is big, and well, we didn't necessarily run into everybody that traveled from there to
Mm-hmm.
here. Also, there were a lot of elves down there, a few hundred, I think.
Right. Well, I appreciate the information and definitely appreciate the safe place to stay for the night.
Of course, you are welcome,
Thank you.
as are your guests.
And for that, I am especially appreciative. And I'll just nod my head to him and thanks and
Mm.
walk away.
All right. When you come back, everybody's noticed. Yeah, no,
That's
everything
red
seems.
luck, though.
No, when you get back, everything seems fine.
Okay.
Anything else you want to do?
Rest of my watch, I'm just gonna eat and drink a little bit.
3.5 hours later.
I wish. I'm immune to that now.
All
damn
party
it.
rations are gone.
All right. Yeah. So when it's the rest of your guys' turn, do you guys want to do anything during the night? Again, it's very humid, very warm right now, right? So.
I just hang out.
All right.
But-
Yeah. So since it's super late in the night, you would still see obviously a little bit more movement than maybe you would expect because elves apparently don't sleep that long, right? But yeah, aside from that, rather peaceful.
Anything that I can do so.
All right. So a few hours later, as the sun kind of starts to illuminate the area in these green kind of tinges and these green colors as the sun rays kind of get broken up in the leaves, you wake up. And as you wake up, also it seems the elves were just waiting for the sun to finally come up entirely. I mean, it's still fairly early, right? Wake up entirely and they start to break camp.
And we should do the same.
We have a ritual to stop.
I don't think stopping this ritual is necessarily what you are looking for.
Okay. But they're going to leave if the ritual completes, right?
If it completes, for all I know, all it is having a door open to the Feywild for those who wish to leave.
Okay.
It's not saying that all elves will leave.
We can reassess when we get there, I suppose.
I think that would be the best plan of action.
Hell no rest for the wicked.
Typical elves. Retreating to their tree stuff. Just as soon as things get interesting.
Says the one who lives in a hole in the ground.
Aye. That like a bad thing.
Thorn, why is it you think so little of my kind?
They're elves!
Well, for starters, look at what they're doing. Packing up camp and preparing to run.
I mean,
Oh, wait, so
not-
like your guys are any better? You talking about retreating into the depths of the earth and hiding?
Only some
Not,
dwarves.
it's just because you're going to a different place doesn't mean you're packing up and hiding.
I'm not bashing the elves for retreating to their forest. They're living their forest. A dwarf would never leave his home.
Do you really think the forest is where we originally came from?
I mean, you're called
This
something
is
live,
part
so
of our home.
you're born in the forest, eh?
I was, but I'm only like 254 years old.
Isn't that where your clan lives?
Yes, because this is where
Then
we
it's
operate.
like you're old, right?
But it's not where we're from. And if we were to go someplace safer,
The
I
dwarves
mean,
wouldn't
no,
retreat
we're
to
not
the
we're
ends
not
of the
hall
earth.
warriors.
They defend the halls of their ancestors where their forefathers lie sleeping in stone.
Well, if she's saying what she's saying, then they're just going back to where their ancestors came from.
Nod to Golda. In fact, good portion of my ancestors are alive and well in the Feywild right now.
we can argue semantics all we want. We need to get a move on, regardless, and get at least some elves to come with us.
True.
What's what the dragons asked for, but
Right. Well, anyway,
I doubt we win this without everyone's support.
probably not.
uh,
But
the odds were never really in our favor. All we can do is try and see what we can do. Anything is better than nothing.
Not necessarily, but I get what you're trying to point at, Les.
Anyway, our next stop probably should hit a few of the cities on the way to the sisters. But
Are they
either
going to
way,
let us into the cities?
into the cities outside of the sisters, I see no reason why not. It's
Okay.
the sisters that I worry about.
Understood.
Why, they have magnificent walls?
In case you were
Magical
gone for
barriers.
this conversation, because it feels like it was a week ago. If you go in there, you will be killed, unless perhaps I can figure out something. You're allowed here as my guests, but the sisters, I say, won't do much there.
what if we tell them we're here on the
Behalf of
as the
Lord's
emissary of the
Alliance.
dragons?
Well, dragons maybe. Lords of the Lions, so I feel like they don't give a damn.
Yeah, they're not going to care much about the
Yeah.
Lord's Alliance. I'm sure it's a bunch of
Well,
blustering humans to them, probably. Which
I think
yeah,
if we
kind
can,
of they are, but whatever.
if we can gain someone with a little more power than we can get their approval, whether that be working for the Lord's Alliance or working for the dragons, then maybe we
Is
can get
elven
passage.
bureaucracy as slow as human bureaucracy is? I mean, humans
have all
take
the time in the
forever,
world.
and yeah,
It's
well,
probably
humans take
slower.
forever too, and they have very limited.
Anyway,
It's gonna be even worse.
if you just
Humans
want to
take
follow
forever.
me
What
this
do you
way,
mean? Their election cycle is like a couple of months at the best.
I
They
missed
never
that
seem to act
caveat.
very swiftly in an emergency. They need an awful lot of evidence before they decide to.
I act swiftly all the time. Look where it gets me. In a tree gold. It gets me in a tree. That's what I'm getting at. Alright, let's go.
Right, I'll lead the way.
All right. So you will travel for some time. How do you want to travel?
Well, there
Still
is
going.
a little bit of haste. But
We have 10 days. Took us, what, 4 just to get to where we are?
2.
2. So
Well, 3, but
we want to move at a relatively quick pace. But not too, I guess, not like exhausting. But
It's Malin is our tracker. She's the one that knows the place. She's the one that chooses.
Mm-hmm.
we're going
Um,
along the Unicorn Run, I'm assuming.
Yeah, we're going to continue along the Unicorn Run. That's where pretty much everything is. I don't know if I want to go through Stronghold of the Nine, but we'll have to go around it one way or another. But yeah, I think if we go at a relatively quick pace, but I don't want to give you guys further exhaustion. How bad
Yeah.
are
Well,
you
Thorin
guys
should be
still?
recovered at this point, right?
I'm back to 0.
yeah.
Everyone's
Thorin is still
back to
on
0
2.
then?
No, Thorin's still on 2.
Okay. For
Wanna carry
the
him?
dwarf's sake. I'm not carrying the dwarf. He's heavier than you. So, let's go at a normal pace then for now.
All right. So again, it's really warm. At this point, there are also a lot of insects kind of buzzing around. a lot of wildlife in general, birds, foxes, some sort of feline predators, perhaps, kind of wishing and washing around you guys. You're on your way northwards, following the ever-running Unicorn Run. Doesn't get colder. Just, I guess, nice after Winterbowl Forest itself. But also, it is really...
It's pretty much winter in the rest of the world, isn't it?
It's April at this point.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, it's really, again, like really warm. You travel, make good way, as fast as the dwarf lets you. He slows you down significantly.
I blame the elves for tracking.
Very good at short distances.
Indeed. So, you're on your way northwards, and it just keeps being really warm. So, especially the people with you in heavy armor, all those people in their heavy armor, it's not very nice to be in a very humid and warm environment when you're trying to move as fast as you can, especially, right? Very uncomfortable. Obviously, Caius and Marlene have the easiest because they can just shed more or less what they're wearing, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I picked up some light clothing last time from the...
Yeah. More appropriate. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, you're on your way. First day passes by. And again, like you made a lot less than you would have liked to.
Thorin, is there any chance you can pick up the pace a little?
You don't take me through any more templed freaking roots.
I mean, it's not that bad. Certainly not as bad as the Misty Forest is.
Nope, that's
You're
true.
a chip to my shin.
I mean, to be fair, your shins are pretty low to the ground and easy to hit. I think you'll be fine, right? You're a dwarf, sturdy, right?
You're lucky I am sturdy. My shin's not easy to hit. Ask an orc, he'll tell you. Oh no, wait, he won't. He's in a grave. What can you do?
He's
No.
probably
to see
just
you in a better mood.
dehydrated. I heard they can only hydrate with beer.
Hello. How I get these fucking mushrooms and roots and pansy berries. Wouldn't use this to dye my shirt. I should be fine the next morning.
All right. Well,
Finer.
if you'll be all right for after one more day, then perhaps we can pick up the pace again.
All right. So, okay, now it should be on scale. Yeah, so you sleep the night, you do your guarding rotation.
Yeah.
All right. You do your guarding rotation. Again, it's also getting hard to sleep just from warm, so warm. Ugh. But at least you have like some camping supplies that you kind of loaned or got from the other elves, which makes it easier for you to sleep. So this night also passes by without any incident. As the next day breaks in, around noonish, Marlene, you would be the one to realize this. The area around you kind of starts to slowly shift and change as you move forward and forward, right? You see a little bit of more vibrant colors in the fauna, in the leaves, in the branches, in the bushes, in the trees, in all of nature, basically. It seems to be more vibrant as the sun kind of filters through the canopy. And slowly after that, you also start to see different kinds of species. Give me a nature check.
Nature check. I'm not very smart.
Different kind of species you haven't seen before, unknown to you here in your home. Oh, still like a good few miles away, but
Interesting.
and a few hours later, as you realize this and kind of push forward, Thorin now again a little bit faster than he was at least yesterday. Thorin, you see something moving in the bushes. Some branches twist and break, and the leaves kind of whistle as they shake.
How far away is that?
Very close, actually, about 20, 25 feet up in the trees above you, more than to your side.
Freaking monkeys jumping from tree to tree.
What do you do?
Something wrong, Thorin?
There's like some ape or something jumping up in the trees.
Do you?
So you
want
don't
to-
react.
I don't think we're reacting, are we?
I mean, Thorin was the one who could have reacted, as I said, but as you spoke, you don't, right? As you don't react, but you kind of move forward and kind of look in the direction, you see something kind of peek its head out the different leaves and kind of look at you, and as it does, it's strange. It looks like a panther, but also like a peacock. And it just looks at you. Kind of tilts the head a little bit. You can't see this right now, right? Yeah. Tilts the head a little bit, and then jumps down with its feline grace, kind of boop, 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 to a few branches, and kind of comes up towards you guys, sniffing.
I step
Is that a
back.
monkey? That's not a monkey.
It's not a monkey, Thorin.
Do I know what
Alright.
this is?
No. 4? No.
No.
This
This is a new one.
Good cat.
And kind of comes up.
You cat peacock.
Kind of comes up to you, towards you, Thorin. Kind of looks you up and down. And then it bites into your tabard.
What? Wait, this is mine. Sure, I have no meat. I've already eaten it.
Kind of jumps away, looks at you inquisitively.
Let's see. Berries? No. Roots? It wouldn't like it.
I think it
Maybe
eats
some
meat.
leaves?
I think it eats meat, Thorin.
Then it does like a quick left-right jump, right? It's basically wait, here. So left, right, jumps like this, left, right, and then jumps at you, Golda. As you don't react, it hits you and kind of nails you on the back and kind of licks you over the face
Jesus
With
Christ!
this-
Like,
with this
she's
very
like, "Gah!"
very coarse tongue.
Dear God, it's gonna taste for flesh!
It's like getting licked by sandpaper.
Yeah, it is exactly like that. And kind of, as it kind of does 1-2 licks, kind of jumps back at you and just looks there. And as it does, the tail, like from a cat, right? When you look at the tail, usually you have like this moving thing. This is the same thing, although instead of a tail, it has basically the peacock's tail, right? Which is like at this point not fanned out, but kind of put together, right?
God, I love
So
this cat.
So it's not as flexible as a cat's tail would be, right? Since it's feathers, basically.
That's cool though.
Hilda kind of rubs her face in sighs and sort of wishes it reminds her of her dog a little, like getting licked. It's like kind of feels bad for leaving him behind, but he's maybe not gonna die.
Well, it seems friendly.
Well, are you going to try and pet it?
No.
Then I will.
Pet kitty hard.
Nice feathered cat. Nice feathered cat.
I'll approach it slowly and try and pet it.
Sure.
I'll see if it'll let me.
So, I mean, you're in the woods, you're in the forest somewhere, very untamed generally. So a little bit to your surprise, perhaps, or at least to watch each other's or your comrades' surprise, it doesn't seem to flinch as you approach. It just sits there and looks at you with its big kind of, is it auburn, I guess, eyes? Kind of looks at you as you approach.
I mean, it's a cat. It probably knows that it could kill you if it has to. So, you know.
It's
that, or
I mean, it's
not
panther
wild?
sized, right? It's panther sized, so it is not like a tiger, right? It's a little bit smaller.
You think it's somebody's pet? Like, how far are we from the druids?
Either it's someone's pet, or it's someone.
Or it's just a feathered cat. Those exist, right?
They certainly could. I've never seen one on myself, but is it like letting me pet it,
Sure,
scratch it behind the ears, and it seems okay?
absolutely.
Yeah, this thing is not wild in any way, shape, or form. Where did you
Okay.
come from?
When you kind of stop for a second, it starts to kind of run eights around your legs.
It's like winding around your legs.
Yeah, basically.
Probably pretty much knocking you over.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little. It's I would
It's a
say
little
from the
big.
size of it, it's the size of like a bigger, like it's a little bit smaller than the dog, right? The mastiff. It's a little bit smaller than that. Mostly due to like the feline grace rather than the little bit more like massive body of a dog, right? But at least of the mastiff. Yeah. Kind of almost pushes you over basically as it kind of pushes itself into the back of your leg, right? Kind of pushing it against your knee from the back. But seems very playful. I mean,
All right. I don't have anything for it to play with.
at that point you hear like some other rustling in the shrubberies as it kind of is immediately the focus kind of laser focused on that, kind of looks in that direction for 1, 2, 3 seconds and then just darts off really quickly. You just hear like a wow and like
Oh, well, I guess it took care of its own food.
Seems to be the case.
Can
That
I
was
keep it?
That was interesting.
If it's eating a bird, is that considered of cannibalism?
I mean, yes.
You know, I never thought of it that way, Soren. But you make good points.
Let's continue on and see if it follows us.
Sure. I mean,
And I guess we ought to keep an eye out for any potential owners.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little small, but I've been looking for a nice mount since.
oh,
think he'd flatten
it can't carry
I
you.
know.
I'm pretty sure
I
that
know.
it can't.
Shade.
Thorin
Shit.
Cat Smasher.
Come on. Coming back on the tiger.
So you
Oh,
continue
God.
continue on
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah, and I'll look back every once in a while, try and see whether or not it's coming.
Give me a perception check.
Damn it! Gotta get them all out now.
Mm.
Yeah, so you kind of look back, but you don't see anything as the day kind of passes by. Again, you're a little bit quicker than the last day, luckily. So moving on.
All right.
Again, you want to keep guards.
Yeah.
All right. So what order? Malin first 4 hours, and then
Yeah, I'll definitely take the first 4.
Yeah, as long as I can cast Dark Vision and then sleep to get my slot back, I'll go whenever. Probably towards the beginning.
I can cast on whoever's next if Kais wants to take second.
Sure, I
Like
can do that.
something.
so Caius. So what? Golda first, Caius second, or do you want to take first, Malin?
I want to be able to sleep after so that I have my key, but I guess it's short.
So you
rest.
take
I'll give them
first.
back
So
to
you
me.
take the first 4, then Caius 5.
And I'll take the other one. Or gold.
Yeah.
6, 7, and 8.
Yep.
Who takes it?
Why not?
And who takes
Gold,
what?
sure. Gold takes 7 and 8.
Yeah. Sure.
Golda, you take 7 and 8.
Sure.
All right, you don't
I'm
get
muted.
a long rest then, right? If you want to stay just 8 hours.
it
Well, you
doesn't
don't.
matter.
No,
I
you don't
care.
get a long rest. Just you don't
Can
get
I-
a long rest.
Can I take the second, or can I take that last shift?
If you take the first 4,
Trans
you
in
can't.
between them. Okay.
Wait. Malin is taking the first 4, right? Then it's
Yes.
Caius. Then we
Yeah,
just
it's
need
5.
2 more.
No, you need 8 hours.
Yeah. So it's 4 hours for Malin, 2 for Caius, 2 for goes
How
on
is
third,
it 2
right?
for Caius? It's 1 hour for Caius.
Oh, he's only taking 1 hour?
Or
Yeah,
if he wants to get his full 8.
If he wants to have his rest, you can disrupt it for 1 hour, right? So
Yeah. Okay. I see what it is.
I don't, but no matter. Then Golda takes 1 and I take the other one, sure. And that leaves 1 hour left, right?
Not like I use
Yeah.
my spell slots a ton, so it doesn't matter.
Why don't we just leave the morning one empty?
Sure, why not?
The early morning one. Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. So passive perception: 17 on Thorin, 17 on Malin, right?
Yeah.
Golda, what's yours? And Caius?
Mine is what,
Two.
10 plus your perception. Mine's 11.
Cool. Golda?
It's 10 plus your perception.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Because
I
it says
got
my
it.
internet. It says my internet connection is stable. It just popped up. 16, I guess.
All right. So during the wee morning hours, Thorin. It's dark. It's hard for you to see, right? Because if it's completely dark, not super easy
Yes.
for you to see either. But you hear something out there in the darkness. Again, you took later shifts, but yeah. Odd.
All right, just ears thing. So what exactly
You're
were you
just-
just wrestling? Or?
Yeah, rustling. Not quite sure what else. But you just hear from one. I mean, closer rustling than the rest. It's pretty loud, right? You know this when the cicada, I think they're called, they're always like rubbing their tails, their legs against each other. Like, I mean, you know this as a Portuguese. It's always like
Yes.
all the time, right? Like, so it's loud. Always, but you hear like rustling. Something is fairly close. However, you can't quite see it,
Since I know
but you know the direction.
how elves work, kind of get up, look in its direction, and if, like grab my armor without looking, and as I have it, I like use the other end to poke Golda away.
Uh,
All right, give me a perception check.
who, me?
Lewis, right now. You're waking up.
Sorry. Yeah, I was gonna be like, I'm
Okay.
just waking up. I'm like rubbing the
Yeah.
crud out of my eyes. Can't see shit.
Yeah. All right. It's hard to tell because of the leaves in the way, but you just see two lights in the darkness, kind of perhaps reflecting the rests of your firelights.
Probably a torch head going, a small torch.
And it's like from the size with that perception, you kind of get a little bit more information. From the size of how far they're away from each other and the size of the pupils themselves, you think it's big and it's a hunting animal, right? Just looking at you, not like herbivores have their eyes a little bit wider on the sides, while hunting animals have them more
On the
looking
front.
forward. Right.
As Golda gets up, I begin stepping a little bit towards it and make like a puff, hoi, shoo. As I like with my feet step on Caius.
Yeah, and as you do, this creature kind of steps in a little bit more into the light, and now that you can actually see it a little bit more clearly, it's a big ass wolf. It's a little bit bigger even than the other two. So this wolf is as big as a horse, almost.
Jesus.
Great.
That's a big puppy. Golda's gonna poke the fire and try to get it to brighten up a little. Like,
If it sparks.
get some sparks, because she knows most animals are intimidated by flame. She's gonna like maybe throw a couple extra logs in there, hopefully maybe chase it off. She doesn't like killing things unless she really has to. Your move, Poochie.
I'll sit up and then look over.
And you just see this big ass wolf
Yeah.
looking into your direction. And he's like 15 feet away, just like at the edge of the almost burned down light from the.
Well, and especially since Marlene said that the cat might be someone, like she's not. If it's possibly someone, like if that's the possibility, she remembers that.
This looks less friendly than the last thing.
And it just looks at you.
If you're looking for meat, the only one I have is attached on me bones, and I'm gonna keep it that way.
Looks at you and starts to move sideways at this point, not coming any closer. Kind of starts to
I move
circle you a
slightly
little bit.
sideways, staying between it and
Are we
Caius,
gonna
for example.
wake up Marlene or just let her?
She's an elf. She's awake.
Well, she's in trance, but if
She's in trance.
if anything loud happens, she's gonna wake up. It's lighter sleep than sleep. So.
Technically, she's aware of her surroundings, right? So
Yeah, with a little bit.
To a very, very small extent.
It's a limited limit. Like it's not awake,
Yes.
right? It's something in between.
Golda's gonna be like, you know what, Poochie? Dwarves taste horrible. I hardly have any meat on me. I'm not sure about this human here, and that elf is probably your cousin or something. So move along.
I have scales. That's hard to chew through.
And as you say this, it just like sits down, and then goes down onto its forelegs, kind of lies down, right, and just looks at you.
Hmm.
15 feet away from you guys, right?
Yeah. Curious.
Malin, what What's with your homes, crazy beasts?
Oh, another one.
Yeah.
With much more menacing a moment ago.
I mean, this one either understands common or is just really bold.
And the ears also kind of looking at you, like looking, right? Like focus on you.
Focused.
Yeah, like usually you can kind of swivel them a little bit or something. They're just like attention is.
Well, hello, puppy.
Yeah, you would estimate this puppy weighs about maybe 700 to 800 pounds,
Yep, big puppy.
or probably more. I don't know how much like a horse would weigh. A little bit less than that, I guess.
Right.
Let's see. So
Are you
it
guys
should be
left
more.
to
It should
look
be like
around?
600. Look, should be like 1.2 to 1.3 k pounds. So 600 to 700 kilos maybe. With all the fur.
So
Big wolf.
I'd like to look around quickly and make sure there isn't a pack.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then like
Perception.
some sneaking up behind us. Great.
Clever girl. Yeah, you take a look around. Don't see any more eyeballs looking at you. Don't hear any. I mean, again, it's loud, right? All these like insects kind of making a cacophony of noises.
You don't suppose this is like the druids keeping an eye on us? The cat earlier, the giant wolf.
To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised, but
Kind
if
of.
this is a druid. I
Holy shit, that's the English name of them? You guys are crazy.
What?
This? What's this?
I've never said that word in my life.
Ochanarinka? What the hell is even that?
Some
Sounds
sort
like
of.
The
Yeah,
hell
it's
is
like
that?
some sort of leafhopper version that is in the more
Katydids?
Cicadas?
Cicadas?
cicadas.
The things that go.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
Or the ones that are like freaking laser guns where they're just like. It's like, and then it just keeps going for like half an hour.
Yeah. I mean, it's warm climate, very, very humid, right? So.
This is the Animal of Sound Hour, brought to you by Emmy.
Yeah.
I'm a pro at like bugs because they amuse me.
Great.
It's okay. I know exactly what to do here. The dwarf goes over, grabs a stick, goes like, here. That's what you want, right? And tosses it into the leaves.
Seems entirely unimpressed.
He tried to play fetch. It's not like it's Rav. He might have fallen for that.
For sure.
You know, I really thought that was gonna work.
Okay,
for
so
him.
here's what when you grab the branch and kind of get a little bit closer to it, kind of he lifts his head up from the paws, right, and looks at you, and as you throw it, kind of looks and then kind of looks back at you like what? You get it.
All right.
All right. I think I got off on the wrong paw here.
If these are druids, it's kind of strange that they're. I mean, if they're going to be a druid and be incognito as a pet or some kind, or as a animal, you think you just wander around and stalk us, not come up and visit.
Oh,
I
maybe
mean, it's
they're.
pretty clear it doesn't tries to hide right now, right? It's just
Yeah.
like
Well, maybe they're just making a point, like, "Hey, we could be animals and we could kick your ass." I mean, I knew what I thought was a druid for a short time. No, that wasn't me, was it? I don't remember. No, I did know him briefly. Like he died in the dragon, and Golda was with the dragon. So he don't remember if he ever turned into an animal in my presence.
Golda, I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to answer me truthfully. Do you hear voices ever?
you
I
talking
drew
to me
about-
right now?
Don't answer.
I have
that.
these weird dreams about being a white dragonborn all the time. It's really freaking weird. No. I honestly don't remember if he was a.
I think
shapeshifted.
like he didn't shapeshift like a druid would. He wasn't a druid.
Yeah.
How far are we from Stronghold of the Nine?
You're at the there.
Okay.
So do we want to
Um,
scoot your guys? So we're about 20 miles.
About yeah.
After interacting a bit of this wolf, I'm gonna try and get a feel for it, right? I mean, it doesn't seem to be out for food, doesn't seem to be angry. Is it here because it's just curious? Or does
Give me
it
an
seem to
insight.
have insight? Interesting.
You don't necessarily feel threatened from it. It doesn't seem to feel threatened from you either, though. Just seems interested.
Hey guys, do you think I ought to try and pet it like Molly did with the cat?
I mean,
You're this big. This
I know,
dog
it's
is
like-
this big.
Well, I mean, we could use a ride, right?
I mean, try it.
It's not threatening.
I mean, it's lying on his paws, and it's still bigger than you at the shoulder, right? Because at the back of its head, usually it's like the highest point, right?
Yeah.
So this is like
I mean, I
still.
wouldn't try riding it. It's
Oh no, try riding it.
Yeah, just try jumping on it without anything. It's like, let's see how this goes. Hold my beer.
I'll walk over and give it a scratch in the back of the head, like kneel down beside it.
Okay,
You're not
so
kneeling down beside it, it's the size of a horse.
Not, yeah.
Yeah.
It's lying
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you kind of come closer, obviously the head goes up again and it kind of looks at you.
Yeah, I'll reach down and just like pet its head. See if it does anything. Here's a good
Reach down, you
dog.
mean reach up.
Give me an
Yeah,
animal
reach-
handling check.
Caius is really good at those, guys.
Figured.
1 hour
Great, you're gonna
later.
poke its eye out. I go to pet the dog, you poke his eyes out.
I wish I had advantage.
So as you
Definitely
as you touch his fur, it just goes, it kind of bites into your arm. It doesn't crunch it, which
Right.
it certainly could, but yeah, just like shakes his head,
Yes. You know what?
and you feel like you felt the teeth like around your arm, right?
Yeah.
So it's just holding, it's like grappling his arm, not biting.
Yeah, exactly. Because of the canine, right? The tooth are a little bit longer, so you can actually like somewhat of a claw.
Does it
I
stay
think you
grasped
did it
on, or
wrong.
does it let go?
Yeah, as you try to kind of move away, it just stands up a little bit and kind of just looks at you. It actually goes. Okay, here's what it does. It goes on the front paws out and then sits down. Right, sits on his ass basically, which at this point basically makes it as big as you.
But you're not supposed to let it smell your hand first.
I don't know, Thorin. You try.
What? Right. Watch how professional does it.
Yeah, I'm watching.
I just need, and I put my hammer down. And where's my? Yes, I
My gauntlet.
Make sure it's strapped on.
Okay, so as you kind of whatever, right? As you approach, it starts to.
I just like slowly lift up a hand to it, and then
It
wait.
just like starts to breathe in your face, and you just smell whatever rotten or whatever it ate before.
Yeah, you smell good.
I think if it's not attacking us, we should take this opportunity to just calmly keep on our way.
So you don't want to.
It's almost morning, right?
I mean, there's 2 hours left, right? So
Yeah,
you want to.
I mean,
You don't want to finish your rest.
I do wanna
I
finish
say
my rest.
we finish our rest, and whoever's on watch right now just keeps an eye on that thing.
To sleep, guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
the last hour we don't have a watch.
Yeah.
Right. So who's breaking?
Well,
Who's breaking his long rest?
I'll do it.
All right. So as you kind of move back to your camp or whatever, move your camp. I don't care. Like whatever. Yeah, it just seems there and kind of looks at you guys as a snack bar. I don't know.
All right. Well, now that the rest of them are asleep, and I'm speaking in Elvish.
Mm.
Are you a druid or not?
Just like cocks his head.
Or are
Kind
you
of
just a
jumps,
very large wolf?
stands up, cocks his head, and kind of comes up to you and kind of looks. I
look
guess
up at
just slightly up. I don't know. If it would lift his head, it would look you right in the eyes, just like. But the head of this thing is obviously a bit bigger than yours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All
just
right.
this.
So, yes, I probably still smell like cat, don't I? All right. Well,
Peacock.
you haven't tried to
Cat.
eat me, and you haven't tried to eat them. So I don't know what to think of you. And the cat was the same way.
Wonder
I'm
if it's the
gonna-
same creature, just in a different form.
Maybe I'm going to sit down and see if it follows suit.
Kind of looks at you for a second, then moves around a little bit and starts to pee a little bit on the backpack of Thorin. Comes up to he's asleep. He doesn't know yet. He will know when he wakes up.
Okay, so
Kind of
you
moves.
might still be an elf. Okay.
Just so you know, I keep my healing potions on my backpack, and I generally don't use them for myself.
You keep it in your
They
backpack.
usually end up
Got
my
it.
way.
So
Oh, yes.
yeah, after that, kind of comes back towards you and just sits down next to you and looks in the direction you're looking, or you were kind of originally looking.
I'm gonna raise up a hand and try and like not necessarily like scratch it behind the ears, but like maybe like lay a hand on its back or something.
Give me another
Pet it.
hammer. All right. Yeah, you do. Doesn't seem to be minding it. As it then kind of just falls over half on you, just like
Okay.
on the side.
I'm not a dog person in real life, so I'm trying to figure out like how this works.
Scritch his belly! Scritch his
Scratch the
belly!
belly, yeah. Under the chin.
Okay. Going a little bit towards the belly, then see if maybe he'll let me pet.
Kind of the head kind of comes over his shoulder, looking at you.
Is that a yes? Is that a no?
It's a yes.
Okay, I'm gonna lock eyes with him and like just kind of like keep doing what I'm doing. And the second he seems like he's not cool with it, I don't know what to do. Is this okay?
All right. So what else you want to do while you wait for their friends to wake up again?
I'm just having this weird, awkward moment with the dog, or the wolf. So, yeah, that'll be my couple of hours. Trying to figure out
Good
how
dog.
to work
Good.
it.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
I don't know what else to do.
Who's a big boy? Yeah, but it doesn't seem to be minding it too much, at least. It lets
Okay.
you.
Yeah, I've got nothing else. I don't know what else to do.
Can you guys see this? No, you don't see it, right?
Oh, it's Chrome.
Yes. Yeah. Is that CN Tower on the side of that?
Hmm?
It looks like the CN Tower on the far
Oh,
left side.
this is the Cologne.
It's the Cologne Cathedral, and
Ah.
then you have
Skyline. It's the Cologne skyline. Yeah, but I meant like there's the smoker.
Oh no, that we can't see.
I thought there
Okay.
was a space needle on the one end because I couldn't see the cathedral.
That's
So
cool.
this is
Kinda
this is the
look like-
cathedral, right? And then this is basically the skyline of Cologne.
Cool.
Cool beans.
But I meant the smoke.
Couldn't see that.
No, I can't really see that.
I mean, if you can speak Deutsch, then you can read this.
No, it's too fuzzy on my end. Fachhochschule Cologne
The stuff
University of Applied Sciences.
Well, that's actually English, right? Is it? Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
That's how German we are here.
So nice of you to translate that. I'm so
Just for
rusty.
you. All right. Anyways,
Okay. I'm staying up with the dog.
yep. A few hours later, Thorin, you wake up.
We're sleeping on the dog.
Yeah, the dog is just like
Yeah, the
partially snuggled against Marlene. And the stench, Thorin. The stench.
dear God. Why?
Why? What?
I look around. Are our backpacks even somewhat standard issue, right? Like, would my backpack look like
I guess you would get your backpack in Waterdeep, right? That's why I assume you. I mean, you basically lost your backpacks in Silvery Moon, more or less. So, yeah.
Okay, I'll sneakily go over to Caius. From the contents, take my
Caius,
out, but
do a perception
backpack,
check.
Do the same, and leave it with you.
Perception check, Caius.
Here we go. No.
Yeah. No, nope. All right. So a few minutes later, like 15 minutes later or so, Caius, you wake up. The stench of your backpack.
I'm just
What
trying not
the
to laugh.
hell is this?
Oh, dear God, what happened there?
And as you kind of start
I've
to
been
scream,
trying to-
as you start to scream, the wolf kind of moves up and kind of turns around and looks at you, looks at the situation. As you're like, oh God, my nose hair burned away. Chemical warfare.
Good boy.
Wait. Can I make a perception to see if I notice if it's my pack or not? Because I'm assuming our packs don't all look the same.
Sure. Not super easy. It's the same pack, but I guess you had like rips and whatever, right? It's a little bit...
Come on!
Is your backpack all right?
Like, hoping he wasn't using it as a pillow.
No.
No.
I just like, oh, God damn it. It sucks.
I hate the forest.
Nothing
Basically.
new there.
Well,
All right.
are you going to play with that dumb dog all day, or can we go?
Look, I'm ready to go. Think the dog's fine though.
Let's go.
I'm done.
You should eat something, maybe not from your pack.
Yeah.
So
All right, I'll stand up and kind of look to the dog, and I'll walk like a short distance away and then whistle or something, see if it follows. Nope.
just
Wolf
looks at
does its
you.
own thing. Okay.
Animals in our forest are weird.
Yes, but again, I'm not 100% convinced that it's a natural animal. So
I'm just thinking, like, I'm a druid. I'm just gonna piss on this dwarf's backpack, man.
that's actually the part that made me think, okay, this could still be an elf.
I'm just gonna fuck with him while he sleeps, man. Fuck this dwarf. Gonna so piss on his stuff.
See, could definitely be an elf.
I guess Goldo would like eat half of her ration and toss the other half to the wolf, kind of reflexively, because that's what she would have done with her dog.
Absolutely, yeah. So you still have some meat, some beef jerky?
Yeah.
Okay, just sniffs on it, sniffs it a little bit, kind of looks at you, kind of starts to eat it. I mean, it's just like.
It's just force of habit for her. Dog like thing nearby. You know, that's where the leftovers go.
I'm done. Out of the air. No, it just sniffs at it and then just like eats it. If it's meat of sorts, right? Like some jerky or whatever. All right. So continuing
Move
on.
Move on. Yeah.
So
Alright,
you have kind of similar strange encounters for the next 2 days, 3 days that you continue. Let's say 2 days.
Okay.
So we've traveled for 4 days now?
Yep.
6 days for the ritual.
So we saw a
And
cat,
we're not even
we saw
halfway
a
there.
Nope. Would be
wolf.
Yeah.
We're like there-ish, yeah?
that's a little bit
Maybe we
optimistic.
just see if they will give us a boat somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, is the stronghold even an actual place, or is it like
Yes.
just like where they hang out?
I mean, Marlene said you
No.
wanted to move around it, not to it, right? So I assumed you wanted to move around it,
Yeah.
not to it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
If you want to move
necessarily-
to it, then we need to fast forward back like a few hours.
I'm not even sure a boat would be faster because like the river's flowing towards the sea,
That direction.
so we'd have to go the other way. We don't
Wow.
have magic elf powers to go upstream like
Upstream.
other boats did.
I mean, I know where there's a crossing though, yeah? The
Yeah,
river.
it's a little bit. It's you know where there's like a wider place where the water doesn't flow as quick, but
Okay.
yeah.
We could forward it probably somewhere.
Yeah. All right, so my question for you guys is let's see.
The question is, what do you want to do with Thorin
Morinarth
and
is-
Golda?
with Thorin and Golda?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're a little short.
I mean, with legs this long,
Just
I
tie
mean,
a rope around me and drag me across.
I can
just
pick
like
you up
down
and
river.
run I can pick you up and run across without a problem.
That's true.
At least Thorin, though, right? He
Yeah,
probably
he's
sinks like
he's
a rock.
a little heavier.
I
That
can get-
armor.
I can get Thorin across if we need to.
Okay, so I'll take care of Golda, and you take care of Thorin, and all right.
All right. So, question is, you want to move to this or this side?
Morinarth is the religious city, yeah.
Yep.
But we can kind of skirt by it, right?
Well, it's here, right? It's a lot more. I didn't want to put it there next to the because it would have just like made the river run and not visible anymore. So I assume these are like on the shores more than they're like
Yeah, I mean,
5
we could go up.
miles in.
We could probably avoid Mornarth if we want to some degree.
Like,
well,
go this
the
way
question is,
instead.
do we? I mean, yeah. If we're thinking time, then we just stop in Nordahero.
Yeah, I like that idea.
So you move.
then
You move to this side.
Yeah.
yeah, we'll move to this side and go up.
Alright.
Although I'm kind of sad we're missing Morinarth, but oh well. Mullen's not a religious type anyway, so
We ain't got time to bleed.
All right. So moving over, running over, teleporting over. So how do you get over? How do you get Thorin over?
I will turn to Thorin and say, Thorin, do you trust me?
No.
You know what I did after the last time I asked another player if he trusted me? We were standing on top, basically the Niagara Falls, and we were standing and we wanted to get down. And I just looked at him and I just said, like, do you trust me? He said, like, yeah, why not? And I just like pushed him down. That's what I did last time I asked that question.
oh god.
And you put that sword on him, so he will.
No. I jumped after him and used Dimension Door, but it was more than 500 feet fall, right? So I Dimension Door into the water down below, basically.
Just
Yeah.
Sure.
all right. grab my arm.
He hesitates for a second, then grabs it, like tenses up. Oh god, this is gonna
Let's
hurt.
hope he doesn't go
He's
into
gonna
another
teleport
tree.
me to a tree, isn't he?
I look across the river. This time, just doing visual distance. I can see shoreline. I'm assuming it's not that too far away.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I cast Dimension Door and teleport across.
All right. So Thor, you just see like, and then just feel like light as a feather for a second, and as you open your eyes, you just stand on the other side of the
Yes,
unicorn rod.
on the other side, you just hear, like, feel him grip your hand, and he still has his eyes closed, and he's like, "Come on, when are you gonna do it?"
Oh, it worked that time.
What?
Last time I nearly died.
See, I knew I still had it in me. Phew. I was getting a little rough by old age here. All right, we're good.
Yes. Don't you wanna take the opportunity and watch that by the river?
I'm glad we're not in the river, and we made sure I'm going to get us across this time.
Yeah, but your backpack.
Yeah, I'll toss that in the river.
Just like
Don't you have books and scrolls in there?
No, I'll take stuff out and then try to wash the back.
Okay.
how do you carry the rest?
Oh, I mean, I don't really have that many books, probably.
Wait, you're tossing the backpack?
No.
It's going to be wet for a little while.
That's fine. It's wet from pee anyway, so I'll just at least rinse that off and then put the stuff back in the backpack.
All right. Still has like, it's better, but still smells a little bit like.
Yeah.
Pheromones.
Hey,
It's
look
not
on the
really
bright
like they
side.
don't really use pee, right? When they mark.
Look on the bright side. That should keep all the lesser wolves away, eh?
Or attract all the females.
Maybe it was a female. No, all
Maybe.
the dudes are coming.
Yeah.
Oh dear God.
No, wolf god, not dear god.
Yes. God damn it, Simon.
All right, so you continue traveling along, travel. He feels sad now. Oh well.
I'm sad too.
So continuing along. 3 days later.
Get my spell back. Yay.
You need 3 days. Yeah, you're still moving on. Now, 3 days later, the environment starts to change a little bit. The heat kind of starts to subside, and you start to see the normal kind of trees again, right? The normal Middle European / I guess northern US, southern Canada trees kind of start to appear more and more again. However, as this gradual change and the temperature also gradually changes, you start to see that these trees, instead of green and this vibrant green colors that you saw before, they start to go into like browns, orange, and reds. And the further you go, the more intense this comes, up until you are in a place where it almost looks like all the trees around you are in these red kind of different shades. However, they also have their leaves. And if you take a closer look, the leaves seem to be not dry, which you would usually think like of an autumn tree, right? Which with these colors.
Pretty.
It's almost like a rose
so this
field.
is the kind of forest that you like. I see how it is.
It's almost like a rose field in the trees themselves, right? These rich reds, oranges.
Oh, well, we're maybe
2 days.
2 days away
Yeah.
from our destination. So we're
There's,
ready to press on.
there's 2 days till the ritual. Oh, 3 days till the ritual.
Well, it's going to take us a lot longer to get to Nithrithiane. Again, the ritual starts, but I don't know how long this ritual takes.
Let's try to get there.
Or if we can
before.
even get in there.
Yeah.
Would you like to travel as fast as possible now?
Until
Maybe
someone stops us. here.
someone in Nordaherul will be able to get us there faster. I don't know. I'm just spitballing.
That's my hope.
All right.
My hope is that at least they'll let you in.
That'd be helpful.
All
Let's
right.
see if we can gain some information at least.
All right.
I'm gonna
So-
rush the party along to the city.
So 1 more day passes. And aside from the vegetation that changes, and alongside that also like the animals, you start to see other elves. Like elven encampments of like 10, 15, 20 or so people. You run into elven hunters at times. And generally elven people.
Since Hassan said that there were some people headed this way from the Misty Forest, I'll probably stop and ask a few of them if they know anyone who is traveling this way from there.
Mm-hmm. It takes some time. Give me a charisma check.
Oh, damn.
It takes you some time to speak to different people. What you can gather is they come from many directions. The people that are there. You find some people who come from the Moonwoods, the Glimmerwoods.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Silvery Moonish.
this area,
Yeah.
right? You
There was some kind
hear
of issue going on there, I remember.
Yeah.
you hear like others come from Neverwinter Woods, and even further away in the south. But also you get like information. You don't run into any one of them, but you start to hear that after like pressing a little bit, right? Like just like, wait, tell me, come on, I'm from there, right? Something like this. You start to hear that something happened in Misty Forest some time ago, and the people that came from there are in Nordaheril itself, and kind of being tended there.
Okay. Well, knowing that, I'm going to rush the group even faster to get to the city.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
They're survivors. They're survivors, Thorn, in Nordaheril, and please run as fast as your little legs can go.
Maybe they can help us get to Nithrithiane faster.
And this happens during throughout the day, basically traveling further and further, right? So yeah, 2 days later you arrive at Nordaheril, and get out onto the edges of the city itself. City for humans, maybe even dwarves. I mean, dwarf cities seem strange, anyways, but seems a little bit generous. And it has more in common with what Gulda is accustomed to. There are buildings here, but the buildings are finished. Nordaheril is like a newer kind of place. It's not one of the old. It's not one of the old ruins or the old cities themselves. So what you see is for the buildings are very like buildings made out of what is available around. So you see a few buildings made out of clay. You see buildings made out of like wood, straw buildings, different ones. However, other than what you would like in reality would think like medieval, ancient, like these buildings would look like. They all have like a certain elegance to them. The tree, instead of like being like straight, it starts to be twisted and curved a little to just looks a little bit unnatural for these kind of materials that were being used. The clay is formed in figures and in shapes that wouldn't, like, at least Thorin is very sure of that, aren't really stable. These buildings you don't want to go into these buildings. They would break down like any minute now. Any minute now.
Just 2 more seconds.
Now? Now? Now!
Several hundred years later.
Take my
Now!
now.
So it has like a certain elegance to it, although it looks very like rustical, like basic, right? Just from the materials around.
Okay.
And the city itself is big enough for maybe a few thousand people, which is a lot for the elves, right?
Mm-hmm.
But again, the city itself would be smaller, but now at this point there are some, that's what I should have said. The city itself is maybe like 500 or so people, but right now there are maybe 2,000 people in there right now. Which
Okay,
is
so
a lot of
it's
people.
pretty packed. It's pretty packed.
Yeah,
Okay.
like for what it usually would accommodate, yes.
Did I get any idea from those conversations where in the city they're being tended to?
They don't have
Or
like a
is-
misty forest area. They just like spread out.
Yeah, but
Most-
there's
most
not
people-
like a medical center or something.
There would be like medical center new, but there would be like something like clergy or something like this where people would go, like the priests.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If you are injured. But I mean, again, like think about how long it takes from people from arriving from Misty Forest to here. So if they get injured in the Misty Forest,
Yeah.
and if they're heavily wounded, it takes usually longer, right? So if you walk.
Well, look,
Alright.
2,000 people who will probably hate me. Fun.
Oh, ask Thorin
With
about
that
it.
attitude.
Let's go find your people, Melon.
All right. Perhaps I should find a place for us to stay as well.
Shouldn't be staying, I don't think.
Well, we'll see. But either way.
Yeah, and as you kind of enter and move into the city, you're the only ones who are not elves. Like every one of you, even Marlene, for some reason, gets kind of looked at, like just like
Gonna
you don't get
close it.
stopped. You don't get stopped, but like, you're outsiders. That's sure.
Mm-hmm. I'll if I know where the clergy area might
Absolutely.
be, I'll start going in that direction.
All right, taking everybody with you.
Mm-hmm. Not letting these guys out of my sight.
Okay. Yeah, done. You arrive at church. I mean, church, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the shrine, and yeah, you see like a few people getting tended to the wounds. Some people sit there praying. Like a few small fires burn where some like herbs or fruits are getting burned, so the smell is rather nice. I mean, Thorin, you wouldn't admit it, but
No, I wouldn't.
I'll try and find one of the clergy then and pull him aside.
what happened to you?
Drake's, believe it or not. I'm sorry, not about me. I want to know, have you seen anyone from the Misty Forest?
Yes,
I heard that
most
there's
of
a group
them,
still in the
as
city.
far as I know, most of the people from the Misty Forest came to this place.
Do you know, are
Hey.
they still in town or have they left?
I think they're still here. They didn't arrive all at once. They came in here for the last few months. I don't know what happened down there. Didn't really ask, but from what I've heard and from what I've been told, something terrible must have happened there. Maybe that is the reason why we are called here. I do not know.
Do you know where
How
they
can
would
I
be
help
staying?
you? You look hideous.
Well, if you can do anything to help me with that, that'd be greatly appreciated. But I'm more concerned about where these people might be now.
Yeah, she gives you like directions where she thinks like some people from there went, and she also kind of turns and kind of starts to formulate something.
Okay. I'll try and be patient because I know she's trying to help me, but at the same time, I just want to run out of the building. Like, okay, be good. I'm at the doctor's office.
5 excruciating minutes later.
God, a whole 5 minutes.
She gives you like some sort of tincture. And she says
Alright.
like apply it 3 times a day, blah blah blah.
Lovely. That's wonderful. Thank you so very much.
This will take time.
I'm sure it will. Even now, this has been several weeks, months. I think it's been months now.
Mm.
Anyway, thank you so much for the directions, and I'm going to essentially like grab Thorin and Golda by the sleeves and start rushing in the directions that she gave me. Thank you.
All right. So you get to like a group. Give me an intelligence check.
Please. Yes.
And you get to the location, and you know these people. They are not from your tribe necessarily, from your group, from your clan, but you had dealings with them in the past. It's so long that you have been in there down in the Misty Forest. But yeah, you remember them, even their names.
Okay. The first person I see, I will run up to and give them a hug, whether or not they like it.
Okay, they look at your face. Ah!
It's Marlene.
Marlene?
Alakir.
Yes.
I didn't think anyone made it out of the Misty Forest.
Yeah.
What?
I do not know who made it out or not. Many stayed behind when we left.
When did you
Investigating
leave?
further. We came here 2 months ago, I think.
A few months ago.
Yes.
What happened? I was there a little while ago, and there's
I don't know.
no one.
We started losing contact to other clans, not knowing what happened. A month later, we found a place of carnage. Certainly a fight took place there, but we didn't find anyone dead.
That's what I came across.
At that point, someone of the Black Leaves came by and asked questions. She was investigating the area for some reason. I don't know. She was tight-lipped.
I'll describe Giannis. Does that sound like who you met with?
He doesn't quite know. Could fit, but also.
But female elf.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could be.
Well,
not necessarily.
yeah.
All look the same, right?
Even for elves, apparently. No, but he didn't interact with her directly.
All right.
And she said she was investigating the area and that maybe maybe the women and children should leave. So that's what we did. I left with them, kind of to help them on their way, but mostly the people that left. My father stayed behind, as many others did. Don't know where they are, you know.
Have you seen anyone from my clan?
Which was?
It would be like I would. I don't think we discussed this. So like my family group.
Which is your family name?
Alakir.
Alakir.
But it's not just my family, but
No, it's a clan, right? Alakir. Yes, a few of them are here. They're just over the camp.
oh my god. Thank you. I appreciate all the information you gave me. I need to go now. So gonna run in. I'm running from one elf to the other at this point, like just constantly running.
Yeah.
Keep up, guys.
Yes, with a monk that moves more than twice my speed.
With ease.
Yeah,
Yes, I do it with ease.
I'm just walking at this point.
Yeah, when she kind of just like just like is gone. Yeah, when you're alone, you kind of get the evil eyes a little bit, although nobody really stops to speak with you.
I stare back. Just keep walking.
Okay.
I'm glad you guys are trying to be friendly.
Listen, they're gonna stereotype me. I'll just start living it.
Go cut down a tree, Caius.
Oh god.
So
Pick some petals off a flower or something.
He just laughs at that.
as you get to where your family or your clan is supposed to be, you start to see like familiar faces. Anyone particular you're looking for?
My parents, first of all.
Yeah, you just like speak to the first person who you know is from your clan and ask, and they kind of forward you to the direction where your mother is supposed to be.
Okay,
Coffin.
looking for mom.
All right, so you just hightail it towards the the tent, I guess, but really a tent.
Whatever makeshift shelter there is.
And you just burst into the door and kind of take a look, and you see your mother and you see your aunt sitting there next to each other drinking some sort of tea or something, just like speaking, and they kind of look at you, and your mother just like, your face, what happened? It just like jumps up and completely in shock.
I'm gonna ignore her question. You're
Mommy,
alive!
baby.
Just run up to her and hug her. I thought everyone was dead. Where is Dad still? Is he around or?
She kind of
Who
hugs you
ate it?
too, and she kind of looks at as you barrage her with all these questions while embracing her. She kind of waits a second for you to calm down, kind of looks in your face and says, I sent people to the monastery asking if I could see them, but they wouldn't answer. They wouldn't tell me anything. Just that you were on a mission or something. I do not know.
Yes, I was. Eventually I got to the Misty Forest and just saw that everything was empty.
Your father was not there?
No, there were signs that maybe it just had a fresh kill or something. Well, wasn't fresh when I got there, but what happened?
3 months ago, I left. People started disappearing, whole clans even. And your father decided, along with others, that, well, people would wait for a little bit more to see if anybody would got sent by the Autumn Wind or one of his people. And after that, they wanted to investigate themselves. But that all happened after I left.
Has there been no word from him at all?
A few weeks ago. Over a month at this point. Your cousin came. He said there was some sort of attack. A dragon broke through the canopy, breathing death and destruction to the village and whomever was still living there.
Is he still in town, or did he head back to the sisters?
He's with the other Glimmer Leaves marching up in the Sorrow Woods, as far as I know.
All right.
All I know is that he ran from this attack, brutal one at that, as he described it. I can't. When if your father is not there anymore, if your father is not in the village anymore, that means.
It doesn't mean anything yet. It doesn't mean anything yet.
After these attacks, people that got lost, they were never seen again, Marlene. Your father's not here by now?
Perhaps he's somewhere else in the High Forest right now. I don't know. I was hoping you had seen him.
It's over 2 months ago. Would have made it by now.
Unless there are some elven refugees that didn't go to the High Forest. A lot of them made their way towards Waterdeep and some of the human settlements. Perhaps he got swept up in that. It's a shorter travel.
No.
Mom, are you going to go to the Feywild? I don't know what the plan is here. They sent out some sort of message. I don't know necessarily what it was, but that people are going to be leaving.
I don't know the details. We'll know soon enough.
Whatever it is, I want you to go. I want you to be somewhere safe.
Your father said.
I'm sorry, I missed out that last word.
That's what your father said.
Okay.
But you're sure there was no one there, yes?
There were signs, there were tracks, but I couldn't find anyone.
Ask her about the weird lady.
Weird lady? What are you talking about?
Lady that turned into the owl.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I did run into someone, but it didn't even seem natural. I don't know if we can even call her an elf. When I was in the Misty Woods, a very, very elderly looking elf, and she I don't even know how to explain it.
What do you want me to do? To say?
I don't know.
Will you stay? Will you come with me?
I still have work to do, and I have guests that I need to make sure make it.
You don't know where they are right now.
I look behind me and realize that they're not there. I mean, I had guests. I think you'd like them. One of them's a halfling, the other's human, and the last one's a dwarf.
A dwarf.
Well, differently.
Brought him here? Why?
I'm part of this mission that I'm on.
Don't tell me. You're not supposed to tell me you know this.
I know. But hopefully good will come of this. And we'll be able to go home eventually.
Do we have a home still?
The city still stood. Didn't look marked. A few buildings. But everything looked good.
I think I'm gonna go to my mother.
I think that's a good idea. Will you say hello to Grandma for me?
Sure you won't come with me?
Time is
don't-
of the essence.
I don't want to worry about you.
I mean, she's in the Feywild.
Yes.
I don't think I can, but as soon as I can, I'll come out and I'll let you know that I'm safe. Do you mind? I'm going to quick check and see if maybe they're lost in the street somewhere.
Sure.
And poke my head out of the tent and look around, see if I see a dwarf and a halfling somewhere and a human.
I think we're lost in the sea of tall people.
I have not. Once you took off, I slowed my pace. We're just kind of just probably just wandering around. We have no idea where you went. So.
Oh well, damn.
I mean, you said you're running. No one of them can keep up
Oh
with you
yeah,
running.
no, that's for sure. I just kind of figured they would go in my general direction.
We would have lost
But
sight of
eventually
you,
they'd
though.
catch up.
It's like 2,000 people, all elves. Look for the disfigured one, I guess. But
Good luck.
yeah.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go see where they went, but sit down for tea and we'll, before we go, get some rest. Be right back. I'm gonna run out and try to backtrack and find them.
All right. So what are you doing in the meantime?
I think I'm just I've given up looking for her. I think I'm just standing around. I'll turn to Thorin and Golden and say, I feel like these people have never seen a human, halfling, or a dwarf before. Getting a lot of stares.
They are a little bit
I'd say.
xenophobic.
And Malin asks why I don't deal well with elves.
I'm sure that if we were in a dwarven settlement, they'd all be staring at everybody but you, so it's probably not any different.
Last I checked, the last fire are all with quite honest.
After they threatened us a bit.
I
Well,
prefer.
most of them were Dragar, eh?
No, I mean
Yeah.
even in they were still unhappy that we were in there.
I mean, just think
Even
about
though we saved their butts.
Just think about the situation. Like, if you're the only white guy in China,
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
or the only white guy in, like, somewhere in Africa, or the other way around. Like, for instance, in Germany, there are very little people of, like, with dark skin, right? So people just, like, it just seems out of place, right?
Yeah.
So it's a mixture of more things. It isn't necessarily xenophobic, but perhaps a bit, at least. Right? It's
Yeah.
like,
Previous encounters aren't helping Caius' view either.
no, it's fine. It's fine. I just
Yeah.
wanted to put it in
Yeah.
the situation, in the like, right?
For sure.
It's just
For sure.
in context, that's what's the word. I just want
Yeah.
to put it in context. So while you stand there not knowing where Marlene went, Thorin, the one thing that happens when people are not in their element is that they seek for something that they're used to, right? So you would be the first person to realize this, even though everybody kind of hears it. Cling, 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 cling.
No way! You're telling the elves work as smithy? Oh, I gotta see these pansies work still. This is gonna be a laugh.
Indeed,
Keep
so
buzzing along.
indeed. So you follow this song almost, song of your people, the rhythm, the dance of steel, and you come to a fairly open place. Again, like the clay used to build, kind of, so you can kind of smelt ore or whatever, right? But to your shock, you're appalled almost. You don't see any weapons there, just like jewelry, and if there are weapons, they just like seem ornamental at best. And you see like an elf with long blonde hair kind of standing over the like a smaller anvil where he uses like smaller hammer to hammer something small in his fence.
If you're thinking during a time of war, Thorin, people would be making weapons, even if they were a blacksmith that made jewelry.
Well, that's a strange sight, alright.
And as you kind of talk back and forth, he kind of stops and kind of looks into your direction and says, "Hello, my name is Fora. Welcome."
Greetings, I see you're the local blacksmith.
Yes, yes, I am. I work for the church here, but I have also a few other pieces at display. What brings your kind here? I haven't seen. Well,
Work mostly. We're here with another elf.
that makes
Running on
sense.
Aye.
So
You mentioned other merchandise.
merchandise, really?
Other stock?
What are you looking for?
Well, I wanted to see what you have. Perhaps a nice axe? Big one?
Axes? No, we don't produce axes. They are barbaric.
Kai's just like grunts. He's like, this is not going to go well.
Look, I know orcs wear them, and orcs, yes, they're barbaric, but that doesn't fault the weapon, aye?
Well,
Perfectly serviceable.
some say so, others say different, but no. Also, I'm not a weaponsmith. The weaponsmiths are up in Nithrinyane. They have other equipment there too.
Ah, I see. You work for the church then. What is the local church again?
The sun and the moon.
There's no god of the sun and the moon that I know, right?
Yeah.
Ah, those ones.
There's something I forgot to do.
Yes, the sun and the moon gods, of course. Those
Good.
ones.
No, he said the church of the sun and the moon, right? Not necessarily sun and the moon gods. What happens when you don't write everything down?
Are you fulfilling a big order or just plenty of stock?
We have a lot of people coming in here. Some of them left home quite hurriedly. They need their implements to be able to go after their faith. So I have a little bit more to do than I would usually need to, but nothing extraordinary. Why is there anything? Is there something that you are looking for?
Not for-
I'm not totally familiar, but there's this entire big ritual that you're preparing. So I've heard some rumors. Are your implements required in that?
Different things, really. Most of them is jewelry, sensors, things like these is what I usually prepare. At times, I also prepare tips for arrows for the hunters. That is actually what I mostly do, but times are a little bit different right now.
Interesting. Do you enjoy your work?
Sure. I think I'll do it another 100 years or so, and then I don't know. Let's see what I would want to do next.
Sounds like a good plan. You won't mind me asking, I have a small question for you. What would be the fastest way, like real quick, for me to get from here to, I know I'm not allowed in that city, but to Nithrathine?
You're not allowed in that city.
I know that. But say I was.
But you're not. You would be killed on sight.
Okay, you're not getting me. If I was allowed, though, killed on sight, whatever, fastest way to get outside the city. To the gates, maybe.
You would need to climb the steps of the sisters themselves to get on the plateau of Nithriane, and then move past the Eldathine gates to the city itself.
That sounds like the normal way to get there. What's the fast way to get there? Is there a fast way to get there?
It is distance away. I fear. If you have no way to overcome the distance, then
okay. Thank you. There's no like magic way to get there.
Of course.
How would I use the magic way to get there?
I don't know. If you have it, you know it better than I do.
Right.
Does anybody shoot sword shot people?
Do you know of anyone here capable? Is there like a teleportation circle in Nithrathine that you could go to, or?
This isn't your business.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for your time. I just leave. Pointy-eared bastards.
Who is racist now?
Tricks. Yeah, it's a nice stock. You should be a lot better in 5 decades or so. Really iron out those tiny inks. Keep up the good work.
That's funny.
How long have you been working at it?
With this piece, 2 hours.
Just in general, like how long have you been practicing smithing? Or did he already say that and I missed it?
No, I didn't. For 400 years. It's interesting. Why are outsiders always so interested in these questions?
Well, because we don't get to experience being able to dedicate that long to an art. I mean, my kind lives longer than a human, but nowhere near the length of yours.
Yeah, well, again, like I've mostly Mostly what I've been doing is, again, building arrowheads, but also fletching and working the wood and carpeting and all these kinds of things. The the act of producing something is something that deeply satisfies me, and that is what I have been spending most of my life. Again, I have been smithing for 400 years, but it has been mixed in between with other things to produce, to create, really. It is something that the dwarves certainly know. I've grown to know this for the last 6 months, I think. I learned this for the last 6 months of your people, and he kind of points at you, Thorin.
The last 6 months of my people?
Yes. There's another dwarf here somewhere. Where's this old fire hammer? I don't know.
Wait, we have a fire hammer here?
Yeah. He came here 6 months ago, alone, almost naked.
Ah,
Just talking
oh,
about
would be stupid.
visions and came to learn.
Whoosh. Flashbacks. Ah, dear. Where is this bastard? Do you know where he is at the moment?
He should be back in a few minutes. He went to lift his spirit. That's what he said. Wasn't it? He is someone who is interested in smithing, but I don't think he's really interested in doing what I'm doing. He was really pissed when I told him that he can't see the smiths for our smithies for our weapons. He just shakes his head. Yeah, I had to pull him off of the steps themselves. He's not a wise man, that is what I can tell you. Nearly got himself killed. But why do you ask?
Because I think I know this dwarf. There's only one that has a beard long enough, pair of iron runic balls, and the stupidity to do something like this.
Stupidity, you say, eh?
Yes, I said stupidity. Come on here, let me see your rugged beard.
And as you kind of turn around, you see.
All right.
You want to describe him?
Sure. He looks almost like a slightly younger and much less scarred version of Thorin. While Thorin is has his receding hair and has especially his right eye and lots of tiny scars from decades of battle, right? He has much smaller scars. Otherwise, their hair color is the exactly same that Auburn, like half between brown and slightly reddish, just tone. And he carries with him probably ceremonial robes or.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they almost look
mostly-
like basically like an is it an auburn or something that you would take like, for smithing or like cooking? This like
Apron is the word you're looking for.
apron, right? Apron. Like has a heavy apron in front of him, which the elf, by the way, didn't have. Right? He has like this heavy leather apron in front of him, and it's like looks at you up and down, says like, "You look like shite, man."
And you look like. I've been through a lot, alright? And where have you been? I haven't heard in you like 2 decades? More? I haven't
Well,
seen your beard in at least 5.
He kind of strokes his beard and says, "Well, I was around, learning, seeing where she took me. And she took me to this of all places."
I always told you that you were following this stupidest thing ever.
And he just punches you in the face as you says this. Yeah, and I've always broken your nose for it. You little piece of shit.
Like a little bit of blood trickles out, and I just snort it off. And you always got an effort for it, haven't you?
And he kind of comes up and embraces you. Oh, come here, you old poop. And as you come close, he just gives you one in the nuts.
As he does, here's the dong. I got those ones fixed right after my last scrapple. See? And I point the clothes off to show him the mithril.
Oh, nice. Been some time since I worked with that material. And kind of just rolls his eyes as he says this and kind of looks at the elf.
Ah, yes, I see you have the finest quality here, But you gotta tell me, what have you been, you bastard? What have
I've
you
been
been
all
doing
over
with
the
your...
place. Been
What have
with
you
the
been drinking your
humans.
beard?
Drinking my beard, and he kind of looks at the beard. My beard is fine. Sometimes there's some embers that... Come on!
All right. You've gotta have some ale. This is something we can talk over a lot of ale.
I fear not, brother. There's no ale here. These are godforsaken people, I tell you. And he kind of looks at Foray as he says this, who just like rolls his eyes. Like this is the first time he heard that.
I just look like in disbelief. It can't
So
be.
Marlene, you hear like some rowdy things going on somewhere.
That's a dwarf. I run.
Yeah, and you kind of basically move into the smithy and you see like 2 Thorns.
Oh my god, there's more.
For the price of $29.99, you could have 2 Thorn.
Double the trouble.
Oh dear. I thought having 1 dwarf here was bad enough.
Oh, matey, what happened to your girlfriend there, Thorin? As he kind of jumps in and just looks.
You can't, man. Just
Would it
because
be
you have to fire an
inappropriate to
emerald.
punch this one?
No. No one punches this one except me, alright?
Fine.
You got it.
Alright. But...
What's going on here in my shop?
Family reunion?
Fine. I'm hungry anyways.
Look, if you want, actually, my family's here too. My mom's alive, believe it or not. If you want to come with me, I'll not run this time.
Do you have ale?
I have tea.
Why the fuck are we here? Tarek must have taken a wrong step somewhere. Let's find some troll space or something that at least there's a tiny bit of alcohol in it.
Your brother just shakes the head and says like, I don't drink anymore. Sorry, I don't drink any more alcohol.
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry,
Mentally ill.
sorry. Dun dun dun.
I turn to Thorn and say, I fear the worst has happened.
Who are you and what have you done with Tarek, you bastard? I remember you being drunk all the time. Sure, you sobered up a little, but you needed it. Now you're telling me don't touch the drink? What?
Now, just
What, are you gonna tell me that you're planning to shave?
no. But he clouded my judgment.
That's kind of the point, though, isn't it?
No, it wasn't. What's the taste?
Guy just looks down and is like, maybe I have a problem.
Humans! How did your judgment? From what?
I've learned much, brother. And if you want to work more than just the steel, if you want to learn the character of the ore, of the material to work it, you need to be in tune. And you need to hear. And you can't that with a drowsy head.
Come on, I was only a smith for like 2 decades. I'm not that advanced, but what helps
Just-
you here then? Surely that's some spirits.
He just like puts his hand on your shoulder and just shakes his head.
Oh, Vergadines. What do you drink now?
I drink water from the source itself. The unicorn
I
run
think
is
your
over
brother-
there.
You poor bastard. The elves upstream probably piss on it.
It is crystal clear, my brother. The sweetest of taste that you have ever tasted.
I don't trust what I can see, you know that.
Well, then you shouldn't have come into the Elven Kingdom, yes? Or did you expect?
I'm only here on work. What does Shararindra put you up to?
Sorry, what does?
Sharindlar.
Okay.
The goddess.
She told me that I could learn something here. I could feel how these people work, and I can tell you something. They could be darn good smiths if they could just find the focus and conviction to work the steel and not just make nice things. And also if they had more ore. There's barely a drop of it here.
Not to mention they're missing the good stuff. Well,
But they work material like no one else. I've studied with the humans in the south. I've studied with the Durga in the underground. None of them have the eye for the material like the elves do, I tell you. And that is why I'm here. To learn. To broaden my horizon. And then...
Draugr! You were with those bastards!
Of course, they're darn good smiths, I tell you.
Trinine's killed your bastard. Draugr did him in.
Who I killed?
Trinine!
He was an asshole anyways.
Aye, but he was a firehammer, you asshole.
So? He was. And if he gets killed, it was his mistake, I bet you. He was naive. And always on the lookout for the next ore vein.
Aye, talks about the Lamentine. Turns out it was only shit, demon piss.
And besides, I wasn't Gracklstock. Nowhere near our brothers. Our clansmen.
Cracklestag. I've heard of many holes, but I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, it's deep down in the core of the earth. But yeah, when I left, I killed a few of these bastards. Just racist assholes. They're not real dwarves with their Asian skin and they have no hair on their head, tell you.
I've seen the bald fuckers. Killed a few of them. In
Good.
fact, that elf over there helped me, which is part of the reason why I'm here.
You let an elf help you. Well, I guess I can't really judge, can I now?
I was beginning to think if I had to punch you in the balls.
Well, I got my trusty smithing hammer here. I would be damn careful if I were you. Or I'll rearrange your teeth.
Would you boys like to go have some tea then?
What kind of tea are you talking about, my dear?
I'm sure the water comes straight from the Unicorn Run.
Well then. Of course. Why not? She kind of
I
looks
do-
around. Where did Folry go?
I'm sure he was tired of the conversation.
Tired? I just ran into him. I barely said hello.
We haven't even gone over what happened in the past decade. Seriously, these people
I'm
have no
just going
manners.
to like grab Thorin by the arm and just like slowly lead him outwards and just kind of like wave his brother along, like we could walk and talk at the same time.
Yeah, they do.
Right, and I will lead them with agonizingly slow pace
Into the house of your mother.
Yep.
Oh,
Cool.
so now she
I
finds that
told
she didn't
her
bring
I
one dwarf,
had-
but two.
Yeah, seriously.
I found another one.
Betty, what are you doing?
It's kind of like when I was little and I would find like a little animal, I just bring it home and, you know,
I take a bow when I walk in. Karslav, at your service.
this is my party, Mom. This is my work at the moment.
Come on, Puddin. I really want to be alone right now. She kind of just leaves.
Oh dear.
Pushes past you and leaves.
I think that went well.
So,
Family problems.
my dad's not here.
Uh,
And we fear the worst. And I
I'm
don't
sorry.
know what to do to... Look, I at least have something to focus on right now besides the fact that he's not here. I'm just happy that she's here. I don't know how to make her feel better.
Don't die. That's honestly a good start if you're.
She wants me to go to the Feywild with her.
Oh, that's the Pansy Elven place, isn't it, Thardek?
I'd want you to go there with me too if you were my son or daughter, but it's your choice, Malin.
Look, there's business here.
Sorry, dog.
You can understand where she's coming from, and I don't think, at least if elves are anything like humans, I don't think there's anything you can do to cheer her up right now.
I guess I'll make the tea then. But,
I don't want to stop all the reunions and be a jerk, but I guess I'm going to be. We have a day till this ritual starts. We need to get moving.
I didn't.
Because who knows if they're going to, teleport from a certain spot, or I don't know what the ritual is, but if they're teleporting them into the Feywild, and we saw the Misty Forest was somehow possibly phasing in and out, if they're going to phase this whole forest in, and if we are really going to stay, well, at least I know I'm going to stay. I don't want to be in this forest if they are going to leave and take me with them.
Well, I have just a person for that. A little late, but I'm sure you've already realized that this is Thardek Firehammer, son of Thardek Firehammer, brother of the great Thoradin Firehammer. Twin brother,
I doubt
actually.
that.
And
My
the
brother
Pansy
is kind
that-
of the black sheep of the family, honestly.
Your hammer's still not as big as the one that you made for me, alright? Actually, I was wondering if you could work out some kinks. I did this one when I was fighting this huge snake.
I
And this
saw
one when I
you,
was-
brother. My hammer was always bigger than yours.
Oh,
goodness
fuck
gracious.
you! You know that's below the belt? Literally!
Well, in your case, barely. But he seems very pleased with himself.
when you have a beer that's at least within 10 centimeters of mine, then we can talk. He knows about this stuff. Do you know what the elves are planning?
No.
All right, we're fucked.
Thank you, Thorin.
It's Thordek, yes?
I
Thordek, do you know who's in charge around here? Someone that we might be able to speak to higher up.
Because the
Hey.
blacksmith was not giving me shit.
I don't know what your guy's doing. You're the one with the pointy ears. You should be able to figure it out, yes? But as far as I saw it, there were a lot of people coming in and out recently here. It's been gotten fairly busy around over the last 3 months, I tell you. And they've all been talking about leaving or something. I have no idea what they're talking about.
But is there any one person that seems in charge, or
Do they have like a mayor or a
I never asked.
duke or?
I'm not really into politics, my dear. I only drink, eat, and smith. Not necessarily in that order.
right?
Do you go to the bathroom?
Well, I can do that while I'm drinking.
I should go check on my mom. I didn't anticipate her running off like that.
I'm thinking she's got the runs if she's been drinking from the unicorn run. That's probably where it got the name.
Oh,
You didn't think that you would run.
all right. I'll go find her and check on her.
Okay.
But
I mean,
but I'll meet you back here. Please don't get into trouble.
that might be a quick way to find out who's in charge, though, if I do get into trouble.
Eh.
I can't stop you.
I'll wait for a sec, but that might. Be
She's
the quickest
out.
way, unfortunately.
She's out of the door. Sex
Yeah.
over.
All right, which one are you, elf motherfucker?
Look, you point-eared, it's criminal shit. Let me tell you what fireballs mean to the face.
Exactly.
I am so glad I brought them here.
My party.
Oh God.
So you go head out and search for your mother.
Yeah.
All right.
You said my aunt was around. Did she go with her?
She wasn't there when you returned.
Okay.
Seems that your mother wanted to be alone. For some reason.
All right. I'm still gonna go find her, or if I find my aunt first, I'll stop
Sure.
with her.
Sure. You find your aunt first.
Okay. Okay. Mom ran off. Do you know where she would have gone? Said something about wanting to be alone.
And you probably should listen to her. Not that it wasn't ever your strong suit.
Well, it's still not my strong suit, I can guarantee that. Look, will you take care of her then? As soon as I can, I'll come and check in, but I just want to know that she's all right.
Right now, she is not.
I don't expect her to be all right. I don't know. I thought she was dead until now.
Ah.
All right, well. Are you going to the Feywild with her then? to stay with her?
Yes.
All right.
Everybody that stays here should. That's why we came.
Did anyone else make it? What even
Yeah.
happened?
Your cousin.
And where's he?
Sorrowwoods?
Sorrowwoods.
Well,
All right.
at the
Oh,
bottom of the
Sorrowwood.
steps. At the bottom of the steps, really. I assume at this point.
Do you think my mom would prefer if I left right away today?
I think your mother would
Continuing our
prefer that you would
business?
stay with her.
Well, considering that's not an option.
Well,
I mean, you understand why I can't stay.
no. But I don't try to. You should stay at least for the night. It is a big night.
Well, that I'll certainly do. We're in a bit of a rush. We'll have to leave in the morning, but I can certainly
Before you
stay the
leave,
day.
speak to your mother.
Of
Don't
course.
just leave her again. In the middle of
course
the
not.
night, like you did last time with Elondria.
That was better planned. I mean, she knew I was eventually going to go. And I
Yes,
checked
she
in.
did, and she told you multiple times that you are not allowed to.
Yes, maybe. I don't really remember that. But
It doesn't matter. Give your mother at least the night and speak to her tomorrow.
of course, give her a hug and thank her,
Yeah.
and go back and just kind of
As
keep people out of trouble.
as you are on your way back to your mother's house.
It's on fire. Sorry. I don't know how this happened.
How did you do this without any alcohol?
I'm sorry. I didn't pretend.
It was wrong, okay? I'm just redecorating. You feel almost as the wind shifts. The birds stop singing. People around you stop moving. And you start to hear words reverberating in your head and someone speak. That's just for the elves. You three don't hear this. Take a seer, hear my words. I stand before you today, not as the autumn wind. I stand before you as an elf. Each one of you felt the world in flux for the last 2 years. The ground aches, the wind whines, the trees are always shaking, and the rivers are silent in fear. An unnatural disease has taken this world by its throat. Sylvanus' lands are in danger. I sent out for information and help from our allies, and I wept when word reached my ears of what is happening. The blight in this world is growing in the Sunset Mountains, and again it has been the doing of the humans. I held counsel and gave an ear to all voices to decide on what to do. Even when its evil tendrils reached our brothers and sisters in the south. Instead of helping, the humans of the cities have decided to deny us help, as I thought they would. I have failed you, my family. My indecisiveness has killed many. My patience with the humans has killed many brothers and sisters. I will no longer sit idle and see more elves killed. I will no longer sit and listen and wait for others to do. I will do. my duty and protect you from any further harm. Fear not. I will protect. And then everybody stands silent. Some time passes as the wind picks up again, and people kind of start to whisper to each other and speak.
Did we notice them all stop moving and shit, or is that just
You were in the fucking building.
Okay.
This guy, you have two dwarves next to each other. You think you get anything what's outside?
Fair enough.
Yeah, this one here I got from when I hit the dragon. That one, big white one. That one was from when I hit the snake. Yeah, that's what happening. As I point to the hammer.
What the hell does he mean by he'll protect? I'll sprint back to the house and run in. So I take it none of you heard that.
Heard what?
The autumn wind just addressed all elves.
The
Oh.
fuck? You talked to the wind? Oh,
Close enough.
Right, I remember now. Pansy names.
One day I will punch you right in the nose, and you won't understand how I move that fast, but your nose will in fact be broken.
And as you said, it's just like you see like a flick of a punch just come into his face. BAM! As Sadrak kind of punches him on the nose. Like this, my dear. This nose has my name on it. Quite literally, actually. I punched him once with a smithing iron in the face.
Your brother is a gem. But I think we'll leave in the morning. But
The morning? We gotta
I
get
can't
there.
leave tonight.
Why?
Because I abandoned my mother once, and abandoning her again.
You're going to abandon the whole realm soon. I have a feeling if we stay in this forest, we will go with them.
What? We didn't even hear them. How are they gonna take us? That doesn't work.
With magic, Thorin.
If that were the case, they certainly wouldn't have let you stay here.
People here would be
I mean,
moving.
they won't let us into their home. Then they're gonna take us to their super secret realm.
I understand what you're all saying, but I mean, Nithritine is far from here. It would take us at least a day just to get there, or more. And people here would be moving there already if the ritual was going to be done.
The autumn wind mentioned that the humans in the Sunset Mountains have done something.
Okay.
So that this is being triggered by them. And that we were declined help, which I assume would be when my associate, for lack of a nicer term, was in Waterdeep asking for help from Lord Neverember.
Yeah.
She said she was denied. I'm sure that this has something to do with it.
He's a prick, though.
Yes, he is. He also doesn't like elves very much.
The humans?
What?
What could have humans? Are you
I
sure it
don't
was the
know.
humans?
It's the message that just went out.
Wait. Wait, here it is. And he pulls out a slightly piss-stained map.
Sunset
Yes.
Mountains,
The south.
which happens to be right by the Well of Dragons.
Well, shite, that'd be it, wasn't it?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's probably dragons more so than it is humans.
I think it's one of the cult.
One and the same, in my opinion.
Or maybe they're five-headed bitch goddess.
Let's hope not.
She could have a flail. That way I could smack all the ads at once.
Look, if we leave tonight, I might lose the last bit of my family that I currently have. At least her trust.
Well, what's your plan? What do you want to do?
We can't leave without you, so it really the ball's in your court.
Well, the other problem is that I don't know how to get you into Nithrithiane.
I'm not worried about us getting in. I'm just worried about getting there. If you can get in and convince him to stop all this, then that's enough for me. I don't need to see him myself.
Can I leave you here?
She could certainly travel a lot faster than we can. She might be able to make it in time.
At least I know you'll be safe here, and I'll know where to find you.
I don't like sitting on my hands, but you are a lot faster than us.
We can follow your trail if you want.
I'm not keen on moving through these forests without her.
We can wait here.
I think if we wait here, a grave wrath will fall upon us.
What?
Yeah. Splitting the
Well-
party is not a good idea, especially if you're going to go to a new town and leave someone. In the previous one?
I have a cousin with the Glimmer Leafs.
I've been
What I heard is that
I've
he's
been
at the
here
steps.
for 6 months. So far, they haven't shaved my beard or taken my balls.
See, good signs.
They do that?
Well, I've thought about shaving his beard a few times.
Interesting. I mean, from what we've seen in these forests, I mean, before it was safer. That doesn't seem many orcs this way, but I don't know how safe it'll be by yourself.
Well, from here on out, it's going to be quick travel. But
What if something bad happens to Yelas? It always does. Who's that gonna give you a potion if I'm not around? It's always the same story. We've been through this.
well, then you come up with a way for getting you into Nithrithiane without all of you getting killed. I mean, all I can think of is that maybe there's someone here with higher clearance or something than I have.
I get the
Maybe-
attention of someone if you really want me to.
Well,
Maybe
I
we'll
mean,
get to the nail. Maybe we just get you close.
you said the
Yeah.
Autumn Wind was able to would just spoke with you. Is there any way to speak with him over distance?
You want me to contact the king of the elves telepathically from here?
Well, I mean,
Sure.
if we can't go to him, is there someone who can? That's the question.
Maybe.
We just need to stay outside the city walls. Park. Stairs. Whatever. Right? They won't kill us there, right? I mean,
They
not
would-
that they could. They'd probably try, but...
They- well, that being said, if my cousin is at the steps, then I could maybe leave you there, but I don't know how long the Glimmerleaf is going to be there. From what I heard, they might be headed to the Sorrowwood.
We'll be fine by ourselves at the steps. We just won't climb them.
That sounds like a plan.
Okay? If you're
Unless we
comfortable
have
with
to.
that, then yes.
I haven't been comfortable since we got in here, but yeah, let's go.
In the meantime, maybe we can look around here and see if there's someone who can give you permissions, but I doubt it.
Well, we can speak to the leader if you want.
If we can find them.
I walk out of the house. When I walk out, start walking around a bit more. Do more elves keep staring at me? Are
Sorry.
more elves staring as I walk out of the house and walk around a bit?
At this point, it's fairly late, so
Yeah.
not as many people are like on the streets. Again, there are no streets, right? There are no streets. But like the few people that kind of still walk around would certainly throw you a glance.
Since I seem to already have some of your attentions, I might as well take advantage of it.
Oh,
my
dear
name-
God.
My name is Kaya Salav. I'm here on important business. to save the realm, as it were. I'm sure you all want to help in that.
Stay in the house, Golda.
I'm
Stay in the
looking
house,
for
Thorin.
your leader. I'd like to speak with them if possible. Information that might be vital to them. Anybody? Okay, I say the same thing in Elvish.
We telepathically hear our king. I don't really know.
Seem to be ignoring you, actually moving away as you start talking. It's like, I'm not talking to this weirdo. You're just talking into the night, right? So.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Why don't you get some rest and I don't know, the clergy woman, if you want to come with me, the clergy woman seemed very helpful. Maybe she knows someone.
All right, let's try that.
But the clergy is she Munor's son.
We'll find out.
You understood that? Holy crap.
Golda's starting to come on our side here.
Oh man.
So what are you doing?
So people keep walking away. If someone walking around, I'll point right to them and say, "You there?"
Runs.
It's rude to walk away from someone who's talking to you, even if they're not some of your kind. If there was an elf talking to me in a human town, I would answer him.
Closes the door.
No. He looks at you like, yeah. What's your problem?
No problem. Just, can you tell me who the leader of this place is?
We have no leader here. There are many different tribes here at the moment.
All right. Someone with authority. A leader of one of the tribes.
Sure, and she starts to list like two dozen kind of tribes. And then he says like, but there are a few people who will come through here soon, I think. Tomorrow is the day, after all.
Okay. Any of those people sound influential to you, Melon, that he listed off?
He listed off. I mean, is she with you? I didn't think that she was with him.
I mean, like at some point, I would probably have gone up to him to just be like, I need to make sure that he doesn't get in trouble.
I thought she came up to say, let's go talk to the clergy woman. That's why I thought she was there.
Yeah, like I was probably like trying to move him along.
All right. So what he listed were like different people of like you don't know all of them. A few of them you do know, and they are basically like leaders of clans from around here or somewhere else, also from yours, and the ones that you ran into earlier.
Okay.
But those were like people from around. Like, so something that you, Marlene, would have realized is most of the inhabitants of this place right now are not living here usually.
These are refugees.
These are refugees. The people who lived here usually, there is no place where someone lives usually. It's a rotating thing. Like maybe you live here in the winter and in the summer you move somewhere else. Everybody that lives here usually, maybe aside from like a few people that work important services, like the clergy, the smithy or whatever, probably isn't from here originally.
So we're not going to find people coming, like unless they're coming through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In which case we would probably already know that they're here.
Right.
So.
Well, then I vote for the second option again and say, let's just go.
Get you to the steps.
Yep.
All right.
And if I have to climb them and they always want to try and kill me, so be it.
Oh, they will kill you. It won't be a matter of trying.
Well, it's hard to try and kill me when you're running away.
Right.
Let's go.
Oh,
Now?
fucking hell.
Let's go now. I don't want to be either stuck here by myself in a forest if all the elves get taken out and the magic doesn't affect anyone that's not an elf, or be stuck in the Feywild where I have no way to get back to my family.
All right, just
Because getting out of this forest by myself, if you go to the Feywild with them, like if just it's involuntary and you disappear on us, it's gonna be rough for the three of us to get out of here.
Wait, so where are you planning to go, guys?
Nithrisine,
Okay.
because we can wait here for a day, but I think we should just go now because the ritual starts tomorrow.
Yep.
at least let me say goodbye to my mom if we have to run off now.
Of course.
I don't know where she ran off to. Well, I'll come find you. Thorn, I'll leave you to speak with your brother, and I'll go find my family.
All right. We'll be here.
I hate you, Caius. I'm gonna just walk off.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay, so where are you looking?
My mom, probably by the river or someplace quiet.
River isn't necessarily quiet.
Is there an herbalism shop around?
Shop, no, but people who do herbalism, yes.
I don't know. I'm gonna ask around there and see if any of them have seen her or.
Yeah, you would ask, and if you ask around, they could kind of point you in directions where different like areas are where herbs are that have like certain powers.
Okay, I'll try and I'll see if I can't find one that sounds like an appropriate place for her.
Absolutely. Yeah, after moving through a few of them, like on the third one, you actually find her. She's sitting like on a big stone that is moss covered. At this point, it's dark, right? So she just sits there in the darkness with her knees, like her arms around her knees.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just walk over to her and sit down next to her, and for a minute, just not say anything.
All right. He doesn't either.
You know I love you, right? And that
As do I.
what I do, I'm not doing any of this with any intention to hurt you. You know this, right?
Sure.
What happened at home is happening everywhere, and right now I'm essentially grouped in with the Lord's Alliance to find out what is going on and if there's a way to stop it. I'm not gonna lie, it is not safe, but I want to do something so that hopefully we can live here in the future.
And then she kind of her head kind of snaps back and she looks at you, and you see that she has been crying, right? And she
Yeah,
kind of
I expect that.
and she's just looks at you and says like, "I can't stop you. I never could. You always had your own mind. I don't understand what you do and why you do it. Frankly, I never could." I love you, and I want to see you happy. I want to see you alive.
Well, I am alive. That's a start.
Look at you.
Well, I mean, it could be worse. Clergy gave me some medicine. So
I'm worried.
I know.
I don't want to lose you too. Do what you must.
When this is over, if I'm still alive, I'm going to come and find you in the Feywild. I won't go on letting you wonder whether or not I'm still alive.
Yes.
That I promise. My business right now is a little time sensitive, what with the ritual and everything occurring, and I'm going to see if I can't find my cousin.
Go.
I'm sorry, Mom. I'm gonna try and give her a hug if she'll let me.
Yeah, sure. She isn't moving much. She kind of grabs your hand and kind of presses it as much as she can. Or as hard as she can, I guess.
Yeah. You know, Mom, one of the things that has kept me alive during all this time has been what you taught me about herbalism. Made some potions that saved my life, even. So I do listen. Kiss her forehead and get up to leave.
Yep.
Probably cry a little on the way back and just quickly wipe the tears off before I walk into the tent.
Yeah.
All right, you heartless bastards, I'm ready to go.
All right, Les. Thardek, it's been great seeing your beard. If you're still here, I'll probably catch you on our way out.
Sure. Don't step on those steps, though. He kind of
Don't plan to.
rubs the back of his head as he says this.
Oh, you did, didn't you?
Of course I did. You know me. They're supposed to have the grandest of smithies out there. But even I am not as stupid to just move up there. I value my beard.
And what happened when you tried?
Well, I didn't find out. Foray kind of caught me when I snuck away that evening. Was already waiting for me. Knocked me on me head.
Good friend you have there, then.
An elf is not my friend! This is blasphemy! He's a
Right.
distant acquaintance, if that at all.
Exactly. No distant acquaintance of mine. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to roll it inside there, right?
All right. So, try and yeah, I'll start walking out and
Yeah.
head towards the steps where I think my cousin's camp might be.
Yep, it's 2 days away.
Okay. All
With
right.
them. Again,
If you
you're
want-
slowed down.
Yeah.
With them.
If are you guys willing to go at the fastest pace possible?
Sure.
All right.
Thorin's still at half speed.
No.
No, I've already.
Yeah, we might as well then.
All right. And I'll try and keep pace with them.
All right.
Painfully slow as that is.
All right, so you hurry into the night without sleeping as fast as you guys can. So you use your magic to see in the dark, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. All right, how long you want to move?
Uh,
I'll let Mullen run me back ragged. I won't come-
Until we arrive.
yeah, I mean, if they're willing to go that long, let's do it.
All right, so first 8 hours until the sun comes up again. Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
All right. You don't want to really go as fast as I see? Mm-hmm.
No, I'm still struggling.
I mean, I know we have to make some con saving throws, but as long as we get there, doesn't matter if you have a 1 or 2 levels.
Well, if you fail 2 levels, you get slowed down, right? Yeah. So.
Yeah, but
All
you
right.
can fail 1, no problem.
Yeah. All right. I'm still missing 1. DC, by the way, is 10.
Oops, sorry.
So you're starting to push through the night, and yeah, kind of keep hurting them as quick as you can. Makes it extra hard on you, even maybe if you don't really want to move away right now as well. So yeah. So this is at this point the sun kind of starts to come out. You want to move on?
How far away?
If you guys
think-
are ready to move on, let's move on.
I mean, how many people are looking ragged? The dwarf is doing fine.
The elf does not look well.
Right. And you're the one that matters.
Well, I can move faster than you, so
Yeah, even at half speed, she's probably still faster than us. Come close.
let's go.
All right. Next 4 hours, another save. DC is 12.
Sure.
Right, at this point, starts to get a little bit harder. Want to move on?
Oh, dear God.
Oh, we're almost
What
there.
level exhaustion do I die at?
6.
All right, I'm good to go.
But 5,
Alright.
3 is pretty bad. Anything above 3 is pretty bad.
Yeah.
I'm at. That mine was at a disadvantage, yeah, because of the first one.
It's
No,
a saving throw,
it's a
not a
save.
skill check.
Okay, so I'm still at 1. Okay, if you guys are okay to keep pressing on, let's just keep going. If
I'm
time
good.
is such the essence.
I'll
Alright.
survive.
One more round. Plus,
Alright.
Oh.
DC is at this point 16.
Yeah.
All right. So, Caius, you're just like, whatever, man. Can't hear you.
You are very quiet.
There we go. Sorry, Kai's is moving. It's marathon runner.
So, after pushing into the evening of the next day, you arrive at the steps of the sisters.
And this is minus 1 day so the ritual starts, right?
This is the day of where the ritual starts.
Okay, day of the ritual.
That's why we ran all this way, so...
Yeah.
Well, but from here on, it's Malin's show, right? Unless she gets an invitation.
Do I see any sign of my cousin?
Give me a second. I'm just looking for some
Sure.
visual stuff. All right, here it is. All right, and this is what it looks like. And you're at the bottom.
That's cool.
So, I mean, the good news is that you lot don't have to climb that.
And you see basically the waterfall kind of splashing into the Unicorn Run. And you do see about 30 or so elves standing at the bottom of the steps. All of them wearing different kind of armaments and weapons. They seem to be coming from different kind of branches of the elven government, quote unquote government, right? I mean, it's also a little bit loosey goosey, but yeah, you see a few people that you do know actually. Marlene,
Okay.
you see her.
Ah, damn it.
You see her.
Okay, that's good.
And you see 24 other people, like they look like good equipped soldiers of the Glimmerleaves. They're looking like Linting Leaf Kuars. And these two people are accompanied by 3 others. And you know at least Bia and Triana, obviously.
I would know BR.
Yeah, he is the leader of the armies.
Okay. All right.
And they all of them seem to be in garbs, ready to fight, in like battle. What do you say? Like not tattoos,
Readiness.
but what you say, like
decoration.
Yeah, battle decoration, like
War
tribal. Thank you. Like different, or like war paints or whatever, and they just seem to be discussing something and getting ready to move up.
All right.
And then that is when you kind of get there, like.
Well, I think I would have taken a moment to at least like get my
take breath
back a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, wasting your breath is going to be your face, but you've been applying that stuff. I'm sure it helps. I'd go with you, but well, I don't want to create a racial problem more than it is.
I think for now, if you stay here, Golda, I will let Sylvenestrial know that you are here as well. I'm sure she'll want to see you. And I'll walk up to the group.
All right, let's take 5 minutes. Let's take 5 minutes here, because I need to go to pee, and you can think about how you want to approach them, what you're wearing, etc. Be right back.
Okay.
So, you see this, and since you're very close, actually, I need to change the music. Where is my music? No, I don't have it. Alright, let's just use this. So, music, please. Thank you. So as you kind of rush into the open, seeing now also seeing this group of soldiers getting ready, and these 5 people, since they are very close to where the waterfall itself kind of hits the stones beneath and builds the Unicorn Run itself, there's not much vegetation in the area immediately around it, right? It's fairly stony, a little bit muddy even perhaps, due to the mist that kind of builds while the water kind of splashes into the river beyond. So you have a little bit of time to take a breath as you kind of breach the edge of the forest, so to speak. As you approach, the rest stays back. Just Marlene is approaching?
Yes. I think
Alright.
so.
Yeah, sure.
All right,
Yeah.
okay. So as you approach, you have like a minute to take a breath and kind of take a look. They seem to be very preoccupied and don't necessarily directly kind of noticing you approach. since they're like talking to each other and seem to be focused on whatever lies ahead of them. Now, please, I'll tell you a little bit more information, but please, how are you looking? What are you doing while you approach? What are you wearing?
I'm currently wearing black clothing, as is appropriate for what it is that I do.
Mhm.
But it still has traces of decoration as far as foliage sort of themes, and since I no longer have my cape, but the idea is still kind of there. And this is the lightweight clothing that I picked up when we were at the other camp.
Yes.
And as I'm approaching, I'm kind of tugging on a couple of the sleeves, trying to cover a couple of the scars, even though I know it's pointless. And I walk up, and Silinestrial would be the first one that I approach.
All right. Are you having any weapons with you? Like, I don't know if you picked up a longbow.
None drawn. None
Okay.
drawn. I have my quarterstaff in hand, backpack on my back, and the horn blade is as a short sword would be on my hip with a belt.
Hip. All right. So as you approach, and while you go to, you said like you Silinestrial is the first person you want to speak to.
Yes.
All right. As you approach, you see these 5 people seemingly in charge or whatever, as the others kind of groups of 12, and they kind of stick out because you know 3 of them, first of all, but 3 personally, and you at least have heard of Bia. And as you get closer, you give me insight check. Actually, you'll get advantage too, since you know them. All right. So as you get closer, you kind of get a little bit of a feeling that they are tense, right? They are laser focused and tense and speaking to each other. You also get the feeling that Bia seems to be the leader of this group, and something that you probably would not have guessed. Yanis seems timid, and she doesn't necessarily try to push herself into the forefront. She just seems to stand there timidly and listen mostly.
Okay.
The other thing is that Silinestrial seems to be hanging out with Bia mostly, and Triana is in a discussion with Amdanth. I mean, you don't know her name yet, but...
Okay. Is Yanis with any particular people?
She's standing there, basically, as I said, like timidly waiting and listening to conversations, but not participating.
Okay. I'll come up and I'll nod to Yanis and nod to Silinestrial and Triana, since I know the 3 of them.
Yeah, as you get closer, obviously they would kind of take notice.
And greet them.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, as a new person comes into this group, they kind of would stop kind of their discussing and kind of turn towards you and... wait for you.
I'll walk up and
they would
first
repeat.
is-
By the way, the people you nodded to, they would kind of repeat the nods, obviously, right? I mean,
and first person I would speak to would be Silinestrial. As promised, Golda is safe.
she kind of looks you for a second, and you start to strike the conversation. Triana and Amdaneth are kind of continuing theirs, kind of taking up where they left. And she kind of looks at you, kind of looks around into the like from the direction where you came. Are you guys trying to hide?
No, I'm standing in the open. I didn't think it would. She didn't ask us to hide. I don't think.
I didn't ask
Yeah, I
you
wouldn't
guys
be
to
hiding.
hide.
All right. So she looks into their directions. You're not quite sure if she saw them or not, but if they're just standing in the open, obviously that's pretty obvious, right? And she kind of looks at you and kind of her brows kind of come together, and she looks at you and says, "This is not safe."
Is
Little-
anywhere really safe?
The little sparrow cannot climb these steps.
I have
should
no
know
intention
these.
of bringing them up the steps unless there is someone who can give permission.
No one can. It is off limits.
Then they will wait here at the bottom of the steps. I promised you that I wouldn't let her get hurt, and I have no intention of breaking that promise.
She nods and kind of says, and why did you come here?
I still have business as a Blackleaf, and I'll look over to Giannis.
She kind of just sneers a little bit as you say it. And Celestial doesn't seem to notice or mind, doesn't react to it at least, and she kind of just nods and says, yes, of course.
Are you just here for the ritual then? No one has told me what the plan is.
She just slowly nods and says, yes. Partially, at least. That is true.
Partially.
And she kind of turns a little bit away from you, not giving you the shoulder, just like opening up, like from a two-way conversation, kind of opening up, and Bia, who was just like standing there, kind of.
I'll bow slightly to BR.
And
I know
Celestia,
who he is. I'm not going to insult him if I can.
yeah, and Celestia says, "This is Br Glimmerleaf, my trainer." And Bia says, "And you are?"
I am Malin Alikir Blackleaf, and it is an honor to meet you.
He nods slowly and says, "We already have someone of the Black Leaves that will accompany us. Why were you sent here?"
I was here on my way to the city to speak with the court.
I see.
What business is this?
We are here to slay the slumbering terror that will undoubtedly awake.
You mean up in the Star Mounts?
Indeed.
And you think he'll come here?
No. We were getting ready to seek him out before he can do any harm to any of our people.
That is a dangerous task indeed, but if there were any people that I would want on such a task, this would be the group.
He kind of nods and says, "We will be prepared, but it will be a dangerous, exhilarating fight, no doubt." And Celestial at this point says, "Please give me 5 minutes." And she kind of just like grabs your shoulder for a second and then just hurries off into the direction of the rest of the group.
Okay. So Silnestrial like pulled me aside.
No, you were talking to her,
She
right?
wants me to.
No.
She wants me to back off.
No. She was talking to you as you went to her, right? Then she opened up, basically introducing you to Bia.
Mm-hmm.
And now that you kind of started to speak with them, she kind of grabbed your shoulder and said to Bia, "Give me 5 minutes," and then hurried off to the group.
Okay.
She didn't mean this to you. She just like wants to speak to the group apparently.
Okay. So I'll stay with BR then and this group.
Mm-hmm. And Bia would say, "Now, you brought outsiders. Do you wish them killed? We can spare a minute or two."
No, of course not.
kind of
No.
his one brow kind of moves up a little bit, and then he says like, "Why did you bring outsiders then to the steps, to the sisters?"
These are the people that I am working with on behalf of the Lord's Alliance. They
Kind
are my
of-
guests.
As you say this, his brows kind of almost go to furrow, almost go to the unibrow kind of situation, right? As he's like, "What's going on?" At this point, you just hear like someone coming from the side. It's like, "Come on, don't be a buzzkill!" And you see Amdilith at this point kind of jump to the side, and you kind of put her arm around your shoulder and says like, "So, who is this?" And she kind of looks you in the face. "Beautiful person."
You flatter me. I
Of
am
course I do.
Marlene.
It's the fastest word to a person's heart.
I am Marlene Blackleaf, and I don't think I've had the pleasure of meeting you.
And she kind of turns back and her eyes widen. Of course, of course. And as she kind of puts her hands to the side, like small fire comes out of them. And she says, "I am Andoneth." And it's a little bit like hands
Oh, she's flashy.
fireworks, right? And as she says this, also her long cape kind of flashes up as a wind suddenly comes from somewhere. It's like, ta-da! And I think you are a very interesting person. She kind of just like kind of moves around you. She says, "Now, where did you get this blade?"
I got it in Silvery Moon. I was there when it fell. In case
Silvery
that news
Moon?
hasn't reached here.
Why does Silvery Moon have one of the sisters' blades? Where did you find it there?
It was in possession of the Hornblade, or one of the
This
members
old
of the
fart?
Lord's Alliance.
Really?
Yes, there's a sister.
What?
You said this is one of the sisters. There's another blade?
Yes. There are multiple ones fashioned like these pairs that got that got smithed a long time ago. And as she says this and starts to recount where this blade comes from, you see Bia just like, come on, no. But she tells you.
Because I don't know anything about this blade. Yes, I would love to know
Yeah.
more about
It's
it.
fine. So she said, so this is one of the ancient swords that got not gifted. When you get to a rank or something, and this is like not a gift, but it's a
Award?
Awarded, right? These are one of the sisters' blades, and it got awarded of the leaders of the Glimmerleaves a long time ago. And they're supposed to be used in blades. And you see, like, just Bia just standing there, 2 blades on his hip, just like, yeah.
I see. To be honest,
But I fear one of them is a lot less useful.
you think that they're better used in pairs then?
Well, only used in pairs, really. That is where their, well,
I see.
je ne sais quoi comes from.
So, any idea where the sister is?
Of course! Who do you think you're talking to? I'm Arundinith!
Of course.
And
Of
she
course.
says, well, there are a few of these blades, but I doubt any of the current wielders would be willing to part with one blade. Of course, there are some in Nithrinyaneith's tomb, and perhaps one in Narkeamorath.
I know Nithrithiane's tomb, but I don't know the other one.
Ah, it's old fairy armory, I fear. got sealed away a long time ago.
Oh, where did she say that? Oh, I see it now. I'm not entirely sure I would want to go there.
It would
But,
sure. Well, it surely is less dangerous than Nithriane's tomb. You only would need to fight
Feyrai.
demons. Indeed.
Okay.
And what, pray tell, is in Nithrithiane's tomb?
Ah, everything. They are vast, and you would need to venture deep.
Oh, that's an adventure I'm not sure we have time for, but appreciate the guidance. I'm Dearnith.
Yes, of course. Come on, Triana, look at her. She looks beautiful, but could use some help. And she kind of just like bashes her eyelids at Triana, and Triana is just like, ugh. And she would look you up and down, look you into the face, and to turn to Amdenith and says like, you know, we are gonna fight a dragon. She says, yes, of course, I know. I am the one who knows where he sleeps. And she kind of just like, fine. And she kind of Triana looks at you and says, do you want to get rid of this? Or does it hold some sentimental value?
I'm fine getting rid of my scars. It's a little hard to blend in, if you understand my meaning. When
Well,
I look
of
like
course. The three-dimensional nature of these wounds would be hard to blend then. And she snickers to herself. And then Triana kind of starts to sit down, pull out different ingredients, and kind of mix them together.
I'm gonna just carefully watch and see what it is she's mixing.
It's hard to tell. It's some herbs, but it also looks like she's crushing the eye of a moose, and then she gets out like looks like a wishbone, maybe from some sort of bird. Not sure, kind of sure what it is, and she kind of breaks it, and she starts to morsel and what is it, pestle or something? What's it called?
Mortar and pestle.
Mortar and pestle, right? And starts to grind it to a powder and kind of mix it together. And then she adds some sort of viscous liquid to it. Could be maybe some sort of fat or something. Meanwhile, Sinanestria comes to you guys as a group, and she kind of moves fairly quickly and ignores completely Thorin and Caius as she moves towards you, Golda.
Golda just probably looks completely exhausted.
And as you look there, exhausted, she comes basically goes down onto her knees and slides the last like 5 feet towards you. It's almost like a football, like a soccer player who just like slides, right? And she comes to stop a few feet away, like a feet and a half away from you. And she kind of looks at you and says, "Ah, little sparrow, it's good that I see you." And her demeanor kind of changes a little bit to be more serious, right? As her face before was like open and happy. And she says, I fear I've got, well, a dangerous job ahead of me.
All jobs seem to be dangerous nowadays.
She kind of nods and says, yes, I fear so too. But I'm happy that you're here. And she kind of looks at you and says, but you stay here.
Oh, we know the rules. You know.
Yes, and these are rules that cannot be bent.
Yeah, we're the lesser races. We get it.
It's not what I meant, and you know it.
Oh, but it's what they mean, and that's fine.
It's holy ground.
Do you think the dragon cult's gonna let it stay holy?
Dragon Cult won't get here. That is what we're doing.
That's what Silvery Moon thought.
We're not as blind and naive as the humans are. We have a little bit more experience in dealing with intruders. But fear not, I will stay by your side. I'll just do this real quick and then lickety split, I'm back in Waterdeep. And see what I can do from there.
I missed a bunch of that. I think my internet lagged out.
He said, I'm just gonna do this here real quick. And then lickety split, I'm back in Waterdeep. I'm gonna look out and see what I can do.
Yeah, but we need more than just you. This, you know.
You're not leaving with the other elves. You're staying here.
No, I'm not staying here. I'm going back to Waterdeep.
Yes. A lot of the other ones are leaving though, but you're going to stay.
Of course.
At least one of you has sense.
Everybody has sense, but he needs to make his own decision on how he wants to handle it. I've been living with the humans for the last 120 years or so, it was, I think. I've grown accustomed to a few of them. She kind of looks you like a wry smile a little bit.
Just smile back. It'd be helpful if you could convince some of the others to stay behind too. This war is not going to go so well if the elves leave.
Well,
There might not be a Waterdeep to go back to, if you catch my meaning.
I fear the humans have sealed that with their not inability, inaction, with their inaction.
You do know that they're having their own issues.
Yes, of course, I know.
Sycomber's
been there.
gone. I mean, they can barely help themselves. What do you expect them to do for you?
I did not expect anything, and it is
Well, I
not
mean,
my.
what does the Autumn Wind expect? You know,
When do we become the saviors of everybody? We have our own problems to deal with, same as everybody else. The only way we're going to deal with everyone's problems together is if we join forces. But, asking us to come help you, and we have towns that are literally exploding, it's not going to really. Obviously, we're going to
Right.
help our towns first.
You're barking up the wrong tree here, I fear.
Fair enough. You are staying, and I appreciate that.
yeah, we're taking out our frustrations on the wrong person. It's
Yeah.
just, and I don't think the dwarves are going to be any more helpful, to be honest.
Dwarves schmores. They only worry about their beards and their gold piles.
Well, I can't help but see the similarity of the elves creeping off into some place where they can't be reached to the dwarves creeping down into the depths of the earth where, you're all going to leave this problem to, us. I don't
I'm
have a
with you.
magical hole to hide in.
You are most welcome to stay here.
What happens to this forest when the ritual finishes, if you don't mind me asking? Is there going to be a way out of here easily, or?
You just need to leave the forest.
Okay.
I would be careful in the next few days. Might be some dragons flying around. Well, one.
Right.
Well, we've seen quite a few, more than we've wanted to. We saw a green in the misty forest.
Well, then I'm glad that you're alive. But we are getting ready to fight this beast. It's been slumbering for quite some time, but we want to do this. I guess can't keep it that way.
just a question, if this would help at all. Say we were to offer our assistance in helping you kill this dragon. Would that give us any kind of leeway to speak with Autumn Wind to maybe get him to stop all this and help us?
You are not an elf.
No. But we have elves in our party, and they could speak on our behalf that we came and we helped the elves.
If you mean Marlene, she can go to Nithrithiane and speak to him personally.
I'm just saying, would it be easier to speak with him if we've already helped you? Show of good faith, as it were.
I don't know. I would still need to kill you if you step into the sisters, and we're talking about going to the mountains.
Right, you have to go there to find the dragon. Okay, I see.
We will not let it roam.
Right.
Easier to attack it while we know where it is. And she kind of looks back to Golda. Don't look so mean. I'm fine. I have a good party with me as well, as you have. I'm sure of it. And he's the first lizard I make to boots, huh?
What kind of? Do you know what kind of dragon sleeps there?
Yes. Red-scaled
We
menace.
don't want to know.
But like a green one, a pink one, a yellow one, you know.
Well, he's red, a creature of fire and destruction.
Well, then he's one of the bad ones. That's okay.
Very bad. Worst. He's been sleeping for a long time.
So you're gonna try to sneak up on him and get him before he wakes?
He would wake when we enter his cave anyways. He's stirring as we speak. That is why I cannot wait any longer.
Well, I understand. Good luck.
Hey, don't look so down. This is gonna work.
Well, may our paths cross again. Hopefully.
Kind of stands up after embracing Golda once more. Of course. He
See you in
nods.
Waterdeep, probably.
He nods at you, kind of turns and starts to go back to the group that she came from. Now, while Triana is kind of preparing this ritual or the spell, Bia looks you up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when the dragon wakes, sisters will not be safe. I cannot guarantee your safety.
It's not my safety that needs guaranteeing. What about the people that live here? What about the people who can't enter the sisters?
All elves can enter the sisters, but aside from a few people in Nithrithiane, a few black leaves and glimmer leaves who protect it, everybody moved away, so we have the space we need.
So are you saying that Nithrithiane is essentially empty?
Well, that's not what I'm saying. It is empty air.
To make space for the fight.
Do not
See.
endanger any more people than it is absolutely necessary. The priests are there, the mages are there, and of course, the nobility, as well as what is locally available of your order. At this point, Giannis would first time would kind of speak, and she would address you, and she says, should probably speak to Alagathus. He wants talk to you.
Understood.
Really?
Thank you.
Because apparently I wasn't clear the last time we spoke.
Well, apparently I was. I heard that somebody from our order made their way to the Misty Forest when I made it clear that I could not. And I would like to thank that individual, even if it's you.
It was not me. It was
And who
one
do I
of
have
you.
to thank?
Oops.
Oi, get along well.
It was one of your fumbling apprentices.
Apparently didn't fumble that badly.
Many
at
people
all.
died because
Many
of
people
you.
chose to stay.
You and your people's incompetence. And now we're standing here with hundreds of dead. I hope you can appreciate what you have done.
My father may very well be among them, so I would hope that you would have enough common sense not to insult his choice to stay behind. Not in front of me, Giannis. And seeing as you'll probably need to fight a dragon soon, and that is more important than my petty hatred of you, I will not punch you directly in your face. So, good luck on your hunt, and I will go speak with Alagarthus.
She just seems to be very happy with herself right now that she pissed you off so much.
Smug little bitch.
And Bia just stands there looking at you guys. Come on, don't be so sour. Lighten up.
Very well. Good luck with her. Hopefully your cheerfulness rubs off on my associate.
She kind of looks at you like, well, maybe. I wouldn't count on it though.
Not all can be helped.
But with flowers, and then she just like conjures like a bush of flowers in her hand. Maybe with that? No. All right. And Triana at this point would finally kind of stand up, and her hands are kind of glowing in this white, faint white light. And as she kind of moves her hand down the side of your face and down your cheek, you would feel like a soothing feeling as as the soothing kind of starts to subside, as her fingers run past. It almost immediately afterwards starts itching like crazy.
I'm going to try very hard not to scratch at it.
All right.
Very, very hard.
And she kind of looks you up and down and says, well, that is that.
Thank you, Triana. I greatly appreciate this.
She nods and says, well,
The kindness you showed me before and your kindness now. Deeply grateful.
it is what every elf deserves. Help from his brethren. Support. Place to stay. And she kind of looks you up and down. Clothing. I wish you well.
And the same to you.
At this point, Silvestre would kind of return and kind of look into the group to see what happens, what happened, and Bia would kind of say again, well, let's see what Elondriel found out. Let's go.
Wait, Elandriel.
It kind of already turns around and starts to take up the steps, as do the 2,000 other people around you as well, kind of getting ready.
I'm going to run up beside Silvestriel. Wait, is Elandriel still alive?
He kind of looks at you and says, I don't know, no. He was the last person who was sent to seek out what happened to the beast.
And nobody told me this.
I only learned about it 5 days ago.
What did he find out?
I do not know.
What do we know?
You just know that he was sent there quite a long time ago and didn't return for whatever reason.
Please, Silvestriel, when you come back, please let me know anything you find out about him.
She nods. Only if you don't get killed first. So be careful.
I will meet you again, and we will have much to discuss.
She nods as they kind of continue moving up the stairs. Sorry. It's on another page. Yeah, the stairs I showed you earlier, right?
I'll go back to my group and speak with them quickly.
All right.
With them. So, obviously, you won't be allowed into the sisters, but I need to go speak with the nobility. Apparently,
Yes.
Aligarthus is looking for me to check in.
Who's he?
That would be the Autumnwind's son.
Oh,
And
good.
my
guy.
superior.
Good guy to talk to.
Mm-hmm. So
Well,
I will come back with whatever information I have, and I will find you all here alive. Yes?
do our best. Wish you best of luck to figure this out for us, hopefully.
Yeah, the only way I'm going in there is if the dragon picks me up and drops me in there. They'd probably still kill me, even though it was my fault.
You know what? I'm not good at speaking about hypotheticals. So mostly because I really don't like what I think the answer to that is.
Your face looks better, by the way.
Does it?
Yeah.
Touch my face a little bit. It
Pristine.
itches like crazy. Really?
Looks pristine. Yep.
That is incredible. Anyway,
To be honest, you look better before.
well, Thord, we shall have to go adventuring, and I will get new scars, but hopefully ones that don't cover me in my entirety and cause me great amounts of pain.
Every time you don't turn your back on your enemies, you don't want a bad scare.
All right. Well, you would be the one to know about good scars.
Right?
He like
get
looks you
one-
with one milky eye in your direction.
All right. I'm going to go report, and I will be back as soon as I possibly can.
You come back alive, you hear?
Of course. This is home. It's not like I'm in any danger. Simon.
That's what I thought last time I went to my home.
Everything, I'm sure, is fine.
Elves may be pulp proportion dendrophiles, but at least you're alright, okay?
All right.
That might be the nicest thing Thorn has ever said to me.
And with that,
Oh, really?
No, seriously. My god, I haven't said nice things to you in forever.
Oh, Simon, 2 more weeks, though.
Dragon's attack.
I'm
That's what I
excited.
No pressure. The fate of the world relies on you.
All right, favorite moment today's session. Let's start with Emmy.
The weird animals.
Those were so cool.
The peacat and the giant wolf. Who might have been people, but we're
I'm
not sure.
pretty sure those were druids. I have no other explanation for that.
By that you mean it pissing on my backpack.
Yours specifically.
I was really surprised that Caius didn't question when I took a piss-stained map. Which is
I was going to, but I was just like, we'll just keep going.
Don't mention it. All right.
Well, that means
yeah,
that
was...
Caius knows you pranked him so that he has that in the back of his head.
Speaking of which, Corey.
I had something. Like 1 second. Oh, I liked Thorin meeting the meeting with his brother. I thought that was fun.
tagging on me beard.
Punching you on the nose. Twice.
It's a friendly gesture.
Mm-hmm. Nose.
Family reunions, yes. Exploration was nice, but family reunions were unexpected for the most part. I think we all expected the Malins would be the worst. Hey, their father probably still is. I mean, her body isn't even here, so demons, I say.
I thought they were all dead for sure.
I thought so too, honestly.
So hey, that's good. But yeah,
I
the
haven't run into my
just-
cousin, so who knows where he's at. Unless he's in that big old group that's going to go fight a dragon. But that
I would have
doesn't
had
seem like his style.
I would have said a word if he would.
Yeah.
Have been one of them.
I think that was interesting. Learning more about the characters.
I feel like we're real close to that dragon.
It's okay. It's
You
just
are.
gonna go back. While these guys go up the mountain, I'll go up their stairs, sneaky peeky, like, oh, what are these random dudes?
God, you are so dead.
It said the place is empty, man. We can make it.
We just have like 3 levels of exhaustion each. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Just like at the top of the stairs.
And then you get shot.
Yeah, now you know why I have this this GIF or GIF or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, with the arrows, yeah.
Yes.
I love it. Love it so much.
Very appropriate.
Exactly. Okay, so yeah, last but not least, Alex.
Oh God, I got to pick.
Yep.
I think that big meeting of the 5 of them at the bottom of the steps just now. That was really cool. And even though Giannis is a bitch, like, it's fine. And Mdernith is actually really interesting. I like her.
Yeah, she's
Crazy.
extroverted. Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not fair, I say. We
Oh,
were dragons in a party of 4 or 5. They take 2,000 people.
Yeah, they actually
We're
prepare.
proven dragon slayers.
Exactly.
Freaking A.
oh boy. Let's hope they get back safe.
Oh, I'm sure they'll be just fine. Just a red dragon. They're not hard to kill or anything like that.
How are you going to determine the outcome of that? Or do you already know how it's going to turn out?
I mean,
yes.
Bia is the leader of the elven army. Triana is a high priestess, formerly high priestess of the entire clergy. Amdenith is one of the archmages of the elves. So the Nestriel killed 3 other dragons before. And Yanis is by far the least experienced one of them.
AKA the red shirt in that group.
If she dies, I might throw a party.
The Dragon Slaying party consists of myself, Mr. Spock, and Johnson over there.
Yeah, I recently. Let me close